Tobin and Leroy.
Leroy Ford was one of the baddest men.
Dude, they call me the kangaroo.
Yeah. Tobin and Leroy, ready to deploy. Had to hit it with a little journalism, but that was a decoy. Better ask about me, boy. Okay, Leroy and Tobin, host of the showman. Still silly songs for the show with. Till then, it's half moon open. Sometimes cold takes like a snowman. No proof, I'm a lie about a molding. No proof, like I always wanted him. I never hated him, I never traded him. And if I did, I never ever trade again. What is in store? Like under the seat of the driver's side floor. It's Gucci's galore. So many more from 6 in the Mars. Never a more. Man, if I'm honest, the damage is done. Silly sauce on unlimited funds. Join us on Twitch for unlimited fun. J-Fig and Marcos, you with it or what?
Tobin, two Tobin is.
Good morning, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. A happy Wednesday out there, everybody.
Hump day.
Hump day. It's kind of all the days are kind of blending together.
All I'm gonna say is this: some poor sucker in them streets is gonna get the business tomorrow.
Wow. Why?
Tomorrow's...
Oh, I know what tomorrow is. I know. Yeah, poor bastard. Judgment Day is upon us.
Judgment Day.
Bust up a daughter's first date. Let's go.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna mess it up.
Bust
I'm
them
gonna
up.
make it better.
I've been home. My daughter's sick. She's got some kind of infection. The doctors were saying some kind of flu. So it's not COVID, but they're like, oh yeah, so it's going around.
Got the sniffles too.
I know. I've been trying to fight it. But I feel bad because she's like, "Daddy, hug." I'm like, eh.
Oh man.
All right.
Hey, you're supposed to comfort your kids.
I know, but they're so gross. I love her to death, but I was like, can I just buy you some ice cream instead?
That'll go well.
Yeah, just something like that. But she's she hasn't been feeling good.
So now you fist bumping with your kids.
Pretty much elbows. We're like Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco. That's how we go. Let's get to some headlines brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Speaking of baseball, Cuba is advancing to the semifinals. They beat Australia today. So Cuba, for the first time since 2006, advances to the semis, which are taking place right down here.
Oh, it's going to be a madhouse.
It's going to be a madhouse, dude. Wow. It's it's going to be pretty crazy. I think Sunday, is the first semifinal. Tonight we got a winner take all. We got a loser leaves town match between DR and PR.
Oh, we're gonna have some bars packed with that too.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep. So
Puerto Rico versus Dominican Republic. Oh,
I have been seeing people walk around this town, dude. I have not seen this many baseball jerseys. Like just walking. We saw this at Marcus's. There are people walking around in PR jerseys. There are people all over the place. So
let me tell you, the World Baseball Classic and the World Cup is gonna bring it out.
Yep. So Cuba Sunday night. Robbie the Degenerate is saying Sunday night. I've seen some of the prices already. They're starting.
He's gone about 5 games, right?
I don't blame him. Looks like an awesome time.
Yeah.
Looks like an awesome time. So enjoy that, everybody. If you're going out there tonight, it sounds like it's going to be an amazing atmosphere. Gene Segura yesterday, he mercy ruled Israel. He had the runs he drove him in to end the game. Love a mercy rule.
175 is the cheapest ticket for Sunday.
Wow. I feel like we should bring mercy rule back for MLB too. I love mercy rule.
Yeah.
No.
10-run mercy rule?
You know why?
Yeah, dude.
You know why? Because it's games like that, the mercy rule games, where you get to see your center fielder pitching. I love when a position player gets. I love a position player.
I do love.
You see it about once or twice a month for those teams on those extended road trips, and they get down by 7 or 8 runs, and they look down at their bullpen and they go, "Man, I got to use these guys for the next 2 games," and they just wave in the center fielder.
Robbie's pointing out also, same time as March Madness, going to need 6 screens. You're not kidding, dude. It's going to be a packed weekend between this, You got all the local teams still in action. Got UFC this weekend, Leroy. Little public service announcement. Public service announcement for everybody. 5 o'clock main card start. Okay. UFC is very terrible about telling you about this. 5 o'clock main card start. It's in London. And I spoke yesterday. We got a chance. We got tapped out this week. We got the champ, Leon Edwards, on the show. Look at me now.
Wow.
That guy. I did my British accent for him. It,
didn't go well.
I didn't go poorly. I think it's just like,
right.
How many times?
Think about it. I could imagine if somebody interviewed me and they tried to talk brother man.
Look at me now.
That would be kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Somebody interviewed Marcos and all of a sudden they got a Latino accent.
I gotta tell you, this Leon Edwards, because I didn't know
he is feeling himself.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I always just knew him as the guy who got the other end of the 3-piece in the soda. What an incredible story this guy comes back from. Growing up in Jamaica, he lost his father at 13. So like they brought it all back for the countdown when he has the head kick, and now he's like a celebrity in London. He opened up a restaurant for his mom. His mom's got her own Jamaican restaurant now in London.
Oh, that's good because they got terrible food over there. Seriously,
they want some fish and chips.
They got some haggis.
So it was I was like, man, he really does like have a movie story. Like he should. And then he became champion of the world. That being said, I mean, Usman he might go be a wrecking ball this time around. I don't know.
These are the fights that worry me for the new champ, right? Because the old champ and Usman gonna come in there and say, we're gonna leave no stone unturned.
Yep.
And go in there and say, it ain't getting to the 5th round. The problem is that Edwards is not a bum.
No.
So in your efforts to do that, you might run into something.
Which he did.
Right. Well,
which he did.
In the 5th round, though.
I know. It was crazy. It was crazy. Can't wait for it. But anyway, 5 p.m. main card start. Just a PSA to everybody out there who's looking for UFC this weekend. It does start very early. So we'll, Tapped Out will be on. Basically reacted to co-main and main as it's going on. So that'll be fun. Meanwhile, the Miami Dolphins, they're running it back with the running backs, Leroy.
Good.
Jeff Wilson Jr. and Raheem Mostert. We got the Raheem Mostert news yesterday, but Jeff Wilson, after we got off the air yesterday, that became the news of the day. So they are bringing back the boys.
And guess what? Kareem Hunt signed a 1-year deal with the Browns.
Oh, did he? I didn't even see that.
Yeah. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that because you know what you're getting, right? There's a couple of spots. They did get a linebacker. So you can see they're kind of working their way around to try to find quality players to fill these voids and hopefully, they can continue to do that. I'm not mad at anything that they've done this offseason.
It's not only that, but it also it's you keep that consistency, and then like these were, not expensive deals. They got bargains.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta see the Dolphins are being smart from this perspective. They probably could have went out and thrown money at, one of the top free agents at certain positions, right? They could have probably went out and got Austin Eckler. They could have probably went out and got Dalvin Cook. They could have got Derrick Henry. They could have did this. But I think what they're trying to do is, and what Chris Greer is really trying to do is build something so that players want to come here. And one of the ways you do that, one of the ways your organization looks attractive is when a player can say this organization and franchise take care of their own. And so I think the fact that they're kind of not going overboard with it and they're creating cap space, to me means that they're going to go out of their way to start taking care of their own. And that's a positive thing if you are either a player looking to go somewhere or a player that's younger. And here's the key. You have certain teams where as soon as a player has a great year, he started asking for a new contract because he know what franchise he's playing for.
Right.
Right? You have other players who say, I'm not worried about it. For example, the Heat. The Heat don't never have to worry about a player making a stink because they take care of their guys.
True.
And I think that's a lesson to be learned about all these franchises.
They had a hell of a botch with that one time.
Yeah. But in fact, so when players come here, they know. And that's where the Dolphins are getting to. When a player looks at where I want to play, you have to talk about the Miami Dolphins. And then as this gets built and you start having success, then you could start getting them hometown deals. You see?
Although, counterpoint, Mike Gesicki.
What about him?
He's just sitting out there. I mean, there's like no rumors, no nothing on him. It's very odd.
Here's why. And this is one of the important things you need to understand. It has nothing to do with Mike Gesicki's talent. You have a draft that's strong at tight end.
That is what they say.
A lot of teams are going to wait to see if they could get one of those tight ends. When you look at the Giants, who could have used Gesicki? They went and traded for Waller.
Waller, yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of that going on.
Did you
You
see
talk about tight end free agents? They're trading for tight ends.
Did you see the rumor that one of the reasons Darren Waller wanted out was because Josh McDaniels was a blabbermouth about his wedding?
That's it?
Yeah. Like he apparently it was like he traded him right after he got married. And people were like, well, that's a hell of a wedding present. And like his new wife, who plays for the Aces, the Las Vegas Aces, she goes, well, he didn't get invited. But then other rumors came out and said, like, well, they didn't want people to know that they were getting married. It was like one of those hush hush things. And right. Josh McDaniels couldn't help himself, blabbermouth. Rats off a ship, which we have on later today.
I got to tell you. In the world of professional sports, right?
Yep.
There's some nonsense going on. For example, did you see the story on Spider?
I did. You talk about with Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah.
I did. We'll take a break. We'll get into it. This one made me it was very, very funny. We'll get to that coming up next.
AM 560.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin&Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, we're giving away another dual number custom signed jersey by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy from our friends at Sinbad Sports. If you guys want to win this, enter now at WQAM.com, and the autographed jersey could be yours. And I want to let you guys know Sinbad Sports is having a huge, and I mean huge, live auction in Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday. The live bidding on more than 200 items is going on. They got autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, and art. Go check it out. Sinbad Sports, a live auction in Pembroke Gardens. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. Taking you up until 2 o'clock. We're streaming live on YouTube and Twitch. The channel is Miami 560 WQM if you guys want to watch the program. If you want to listen, fire up that Odyssey app and go to the WQM channel, or just regular old radio, whatever you got going for you, Leroy. So Heat, they're taking on the Grizzlies tonight, who have won 3 straight. They do not have John Moran, who is obviously away from the team.
Of all the teams in the NBA, Memphis has been the most successful without their superstar, right? Over the last couple of years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I mean, they played really well.
Yeah, I got to think so. I don't even know who would be second.
Right.
I don't even know who would be second. But you were mentioning during the break, Leroy. Go ahead. What tickled your fancy?
So I was perusing, and it said, report. Donovan Mitchell had questions about coming to the Heat because he didn't know how it would be like playing with Jimmy Butler.
Yep. Because we know he's very close with Bam. Loves Bam. Him and Bam are very, very close.
I would say this. As a player, you can never listen to what you hear outside of the organization. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Case in point, I played with Chris Carter, and a lot of people thought a certain way about Chris Carter, and it really wasn't true. He really wasn't a diva. He was all about the team and about winning.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask somebody outside of that building, they viewed him differently. And so it's kind of one of those things that you probably have to do your research a little bit, and it maybe never got to the point where he had to seriously consider it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that was said. But if it was really an option, I think he would have asked and talked to Bam a little bit more. You know what I mean? So
well, that's what the thing that that was put out yesterday. Jay, do you have the tweet from Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell yesterday posted on Twitter, because this was aggregated by NBA Central, which their mentions are the depths of hell. I mean, it's just the worst. But they commented on this report from Ethan Skolnick, who had mentioned it on the Miami Heat Beat podcast. Shout out to those boys. And Ethan.
Shout out.
That Donovan Mitchell wanted to play with Bam, but had some concerns about playing with Jimmy Butler. And that Ethan went on to say that had a little bit to do with Donovan not making this straight out trade demand to come to Miami. As we know, he ended up with the Cleveland Cavaliers. But Donovan Mitchell said on Twitter yesterday, he says, "We live in a world where you could just say anything and it just be true. SMH, facepalm emoji."
So basically saying it wasn't true.
He's saying it's not true.
And
he's
but
implying
I would say
that it's not true.
But I would say, and this is not a negative thing. If he said, "Man, I wonder what it would be like to play with, Jimmy Butler, because, kind of ball, he gets the ball in certain circumstances where I would normally get it." And maybe that's how the conversation went.
Mm-hmm.
And because they kind of do some of the same things, this happens all the time. I mean, we have anybody that plays with LeBron, they go, "Man, LeBron handles the ball. How you going to fit in?"
Could have been a question of you're going to somebody else's team. Donovan Mitchell had his own team going to Cleveland.
I don't make anything of it, because Donovan Mitchell ain't that guy, right? He ain't that guy.
I just don't think it's. I don't think it can be. I think the way the story comes off, it could be
negative thing, but he probably
there could be
them pass.
there could be elements of truth, but it comes off in this blog Twitter world a lot worse because it makes it seem like, oh, people still think Jimmy's toxic locker
exactly.
And
exactly.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell wants that implication for a couple of reasons. One, you don't want. I think he probably respects Jimmy Butler's game. Everybody respects the way Jimmy Butler plays.
Mm-hmm.
And two, he is very close with Bam Adebayo. I don't think, he wants it out there that, oh, well, he's, talking to Bam that bad about Jimmy, or or Bam is talking bad about Jimmy to Donovan Mitchell or any of that stuff. Like, I don't think he wants that out there. So yeah, you do put it out there. You do squash it, but I mean, maybe there were concerns from Donovan Mitchell, but here's the other thing. Like, it's not like Donovan Mitchell was like this free agent. Like the Heat still had to try and pull the trigger on a trade.
For damn sure you had something locked and loaded, ready to go that involved Baby Go.
Are you talking about me personally or the franchise?
Yeah, you personally.
No, we established that yesterday. I didn't want to trade Tyler Hero. You said it.
Yeah, because he just made a bucket.
No, you said it, not me.
If he had stayed 0 for 9, your whole conversation would be different today. That's how you roll. That's okay.
Look, Jimmy Butler certainly still has some things about his personality that at times can rub people the wrong way. But I do think that, damn, that guy has to have the respect of the league around because of everything he does for winning too.
Right.
He plays incredibly hard. He works very hard. He does, march to his own beat and is himself. But I mean, the results when the games really matter, it's hard to argue with the guy is going to go about things his own way.
Here's the problem. Why the hell we acting like we got to get along with everybody we work with?
True.
That's not real life. Like, you can work with somebody if you're a professional and not necessarily be a fan of them. It's work. Like, why do people think, oh, these two aren't going to get along? Who cares? Leave your ego at the door and go win a championship. That's all it boils down to. That's all. I mean, you think all these championship teams got along?
Definitely not.
Hell, one of the greatest teams in basketball, when Kobe and Shaq could have still been winning championships, but they couldn't get along.
I also think it's like one of those things like, okay, so he didn't, but like, you're telling me like if you're best friends with one of the guys on the team, one of their best players,
that's
like
what I'm saying.
It's not going to work out for you. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, first of all, I know Jimmy. First of all, I have an idea of what Spider is about. He ain't that guy that's going to be out there, you know what I'm saying, running his mouth about how things are or whatever. He going to, put his head down and say, let's go get this. And so, as long as you have some guys like that, who cares if they get along? They got to go eat dinner and be slapping each other 5 every time something happens. So what?
I don't think Jimmy really does that stuff anyway. He seems like he does his own kind of thing off the court anyway.
Exactly. So for people to think that even if this would have transpired, that it would have been an issue. Listen, those guys have been professional basketball players for a long time. They know how to make things work, especially when neither one of them has won a championship and they both want to win.
Well, let's say let's be real about it though. If Spida, let's just say it wasn't a trade. Let's say it was free agency.
Mm-hmm.
If Spida was a free agent this past summer and his choices were Cleveland or Miami, where do you think he would have gone?
It would have got hashed out though. You know what I'm saying? If there was any issues or anything that he thought, you know what would have happened? He would have asked the Heat about it, and the Heat would have brought Jimmy in the room.
Wasn't he also like the other thing that was weird about that too is he also had his trainer Chris Brickley is also Jimmy's trainer, and I think that like they were actually we were talking about this maybe
working out together or something?
I don't know if they were working out together, but they definitely went out to a dinner together. Like they were photographed, and like everybody was going crazy about that this summer. So
no, and you mean everybody? You mean you?
That's right.
Hey, we picked that picture apart for 3 days.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah,
That's
may not have.
I like that stuff more than games. I like.
We know.
I love that
We
stuff.
know based on your reporting from said game that involves nobody playing basketball.
Oh, I love that stuff.
How was the
No, but I
BLW
honestly, if there were concerns, let's say there were concerns, I think it's probably more to what you're saying. Like, how do I fit with Jimmy Butler?
Right.
How does that work? How does it mean? I have been the face of the Jazz, and I'm going to Cleveland. They don't really, I mean, they got Darius Garland, but Darius Garland's more of like a true point guard. So I'm going to be the go-to guy. How does that going to work with Jimmy Butler? Is he going to be cool with that? Like, I don't know. I think it's probably more if there were concerns, I think they're probably more basketball fit concerns than they were personal concerns.
But here's the deal. And we all know this.
But he's got to.
We all understand this. If Spider gonna come down to your team and score 70, Jimmy gonna let him score 70.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
I think Jimmy, listen.
I've never heard a guy who's supposed to be a superstar yell at his players to shoot the ball.
Look, Jimmy is not this ball hog. Jimmy would love for somebody to come down here. Look, at the end of the last Jazz game, he's feeding the ball to Tyler. Go win the game.
Right.
That's what he wants. He's waiting for one of he's
somebody else
sitting here hoping Bam and Tyler can be go-to guys in the playoffs and can score for him. That is not that because that makes it more difficult to guard.
Right. But those are the things that go unnoticed. See, that's the reality of whatever situation anybody would come down to is if you think Jimmy is difficult, ask Tyler, ask Bam. You know what I'm saying? Because he will get you the ball. How many times he yell at Strus for not shooting it?
He obviously is a prickly personality. We have seen this. Him and the coach fought. That's okay. He also works his ass off and makes this team good and makes them is one of the most viable playoff players out there. So yeah, you got to take some of the pain in the ass stuff because it's not like he doesn't hold up his end of the bargain basketball wise.
Who cares? You guys know the story of me and John Randall going at it every day, right? That's so what? Like you hear some of the guys talk about our practices are harder than the games. We beat each other up during practice to get better. And like don't take and I hate when people do this. They take situations and almost make it sound like these men are children, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that kind of is like, wait a minute, you a grown-ass man making 200 plus million. If you're going to make that 200 million and you got to play with Jimmy Butler, is that the worst thing that's going to happen in your life?
Look, the reality of it is they didn't put whatever they needed to on the table to get Donovan Mitchell.
That's the bigger issue.
That's what's really there. Like if they didn't want to make Tyler Hero, like there's been reports that they didn't want to make Tyler Hero available. They've thought Tyler Hero, or they think Tyler Hero is going to be just as good or as valuable as Donovan Mitchell. Hey, if the Heat thought that, the Heat thought that. Mistake, not a mistake, but I think that's the real truth of it is that they didn't put on the table what they needed to get Spida down here. Maybe he had concerns, I guess, but I think the bigger issue is, or the bigger story is, the Heat, they don't have him. They don't have him. They didn't put the pieces down to get him, and now he's on the Cavs.
Which makes it another side note thing. Well, he's not here.
Yeah, he's not here.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't matter.
But like if you're telling me like, oh, if the offseason comes, if another whale is out there, they're going to be concerned about play. I doubt it. Like every playoff, somebody looks and says, damn, Jimmy Butler, like he is everybody's out here. Get Jimmy Butler another star. Get Jimmy Butler another go-to guy. Get Jimmy Butler some help. Like everybody notices how much Jimmy Butler puts into this team and how much he cares about winning.
Right.
I really don't find that he's going to be a deterrent to get other players down here.
Here's what you know about Jimmy. he ain't gonna never do anything that could hurt the chance of them winning a basketball game.
That's right.
And start there. So that means whoever you bring in, whoever you have playing next to him, he gonna do whatever he needs to do to win the game. Uh-oh.
What's that?
Can I hold on? We need a little something. For the special, now that you're done with your appetizers, for the special, we have an aged Ezekiel Elliot. Are you interested? He didn't look that good to me.
I
You
don't
know
think
what I
so,
mean?
dude. I do want to get back into the running backs thing, though. I do think that's a fascinating thing. So we can get into that on the other side. We'll take a break. Be back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQM. Hey, Snoop Dogg is bringing his high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August. If you guys want to go to WQM.com and enter for your chance to win. You could be seeing Snoop with Wiz Khalifa and a whole lot more. It's the Live Nation show. Those tickets courtesy of Live Nation. Tobin and Leroy here with you, streaming live on YouTube. You guys can watch us, Miami 560 WQAM. And streaming live on the Odyssey app. Just saw Leroy on Twitter. Some good news. Norchad Omir. I'm looking at Mike Cunio's Twitter account. He looks like he was shooting a little bit after practice today.
Excellent.
So could be some good news as far as the Canes big man getting in some workout, getting in some cardio, and working his way back. God, they need him.
No kidding.
God, they need him.
That's
Please.
good though, because I thought that was like definitely like season ending kind of.
Well, yeah, I don't see the cart, so I'm happy about that. That scared me when they were like, "Oh, you showed up with a cart."
For sure.
That's not really that big of a deal. That right after he heard it, he's taking a couple of days off of it. Right? That's kind of the process. So it's no big deal. It's like you ever see somebody in a boot after a game and then they're practicing on Wednesday. Like, it happens. Good. They need him.
Yeah, they definitely need him.
They need him.
According to Jim Larinaga, his status is still to be determined. He didn't have a full practice yet, but did see him out on the court. So that is maybe they can ramp him up, man. That would be obviously huge. They did. I don't know if you guys saw, but they just put out this video of like a little hype video before they head on out, and it's "Don't Pick Us," and it's just basically them like taking all the receipts from this year of nobody believing in the Canes. It's pretty goosies galore. I recommend people checking it out on at
It
Canes.
don't take
Hoops.
much to get your gooses.
That's
on.
not true, dude. I have a goose lockbox. It's tough to crack.
Goosies galore.
Dave South says if the Heat played the Canes, it'd still be a 5-point game with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. He's not wrong.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what the situation is. It will be. It would be in that situation. Close game, and
Don't forget, and they may get out to a 20-point lead in the first half. I'm talking about the Heat. So
Yes.
you're gonna think it's over, and then you're gonna look back up, and it's gonna be within 2 points.
man, so good. Love that. Love that video going out right now. So yeah, as you mentioned, Leroy, Zeke Elliott looks like he is going to be cut by the Dallas Cowboys. The Dolphins did not pick up a star running back. They are still rolling it. I gotta say, I mean, look, I like running it back. Don't get me wrong. I do like having Mostert. Mostert's a McDaniel guy. Jeff Wilson, a McDaniel guy.
When Jeff Wilson got here, the running game picked up. And that's with everybody running the football. So you can't just say that they can't do it that way. And maybe they're seeing it that way too. You got to pick and choose who you give all the money to.
I know, but I really just I love stars. And
I know,
but they got me all.
So
they
you'd be
got,
happy. You'd be happy if Ezekiel Elliott ended up with the Dolphins.
I mean, I think he's a little bit towards Wash City, but you know, I wouldn't. When we were talking Dalvin Cook, baby, Derrick Henry, Austin Eckler.
You have to understand that Jeff Wilson is the only type running back they needed to add. Right? Because the way they play offense, all those little scat back plays that Dalvin Cook or Austin Eckler would run, they run with their wide receivers.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like, what are you doing? You're overpaying for something you really don't need.
I love a star running back, man.
I understand that, but
you haven't
had a star.
We haven't had a star in a while.
They signed Tyreek Hill and just got Jalen Ramsey. You ungrateful.
No, that's not true.
Ungrateful.
Rolling, baby.
Dude, how many more stars do you need?
As many as it takes.
Two of the biggest stars on either side of the ball. What else do you want? Stop
More.
being ungrateful.
No, I'm not being ungrateful.
Ungrateful.
I'm not.
Marcos, is that being ungrateful when you sign two of the biggest names on either side of the ball and he goes, I like stars?
I mean, Jalen Ramsey was a couple days ago.
Let's go, baby. Come on.
And you, so like, we signed, we traded for Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, we did. But man, that Dalvin Cook, you like, what are you doing?
I mean,
You have, wait, not only do you have stars, but you have two of the biggest trash-talking stars in the league, giving you everything you want, and you're still ungrateful. Still ungrateful. Apologize. Apologize to the Dolphins.
I'm not going to apologize.
Why?
Because what if the other shoe drops and we get him?
Let's just name three of the characters on this team.
Yep.
And how they fit in the NFL. Tyreek Hill.
Awesome.
Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
And Christian Wilkins.
Oh. I got to tell you, people are going to hate playing this defense, dude.
Wait, how can you be so satisfied, yet you're looking over your shoulder for something else?
I mean, I'm happy they're back. Don't get me wrong. I like them, but I was told we were going to get Dalvin Cook or Derrick Henry, you know.
Twitter, YouTube, light his.
Why? It's not fair, dude.
You are not being fair. You are not being fair. Talking about I like stars, and you got two of the biggest stars in the league.
We do, but you know.
Why? What are you talking about?
Stack them on up, dude. Let's go.
You know what? There's only one thing that can fix this.
What's that?
-1.
What?
-1.
This is ridiculous.
No, it's not. No, it's not, dude.
What?
It's unbelievable what you have just done these last 3 minutes.
No, dude. I love Raheem
No, you
Mostert.
can't. No, dude, me.
I do. I really
-1 for lying.
Yes. Just look. Maybe you ought to revisit this in your brain and go, you know what? They have signed a bunch of stars. I'm just being greedy.
I admit a little greedy. I'm being a little greedy.
Wait,
but you know, there was a lot of flirtation out there.
Give me a bigger star than Tyreek Hill on the offensive side.
There's not. He's the best.
Give me a bigger star trash talker on the defensive side of the ball.
Can't do it.
And yet your first words are, let's get stars. I'm a big fan of stars. You got all the stars.
They're nice. I like those guys.
Nice.
McDaniel guys.
Wait, you just called Tyreek Hill?
No.
Nice.
I'm talking about Mostert and Wilson. They're nice. Obviously, we got the Cheetah. We got Waddle. I'm happy.
Waddle. Javon Holland.
Oh, the snowman. By the way, did you see yesterday Brandon Jones feeling a little left out? He felt a little left out yesterday, you know, because they didn't put him on the graphic.
Here's the deal. You ain't playing football yet. Dude, don't worry about it. That only has a problem when you playing football and then they exclude you from all the.
That's true.
You know, if you ain't playing football, like I could care what I was a part of and not a part of as far as the team was concerned in April and May.
Look, I'm super. Look,
no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't try to back. No.
It's not fair.
Wait, how is it not fair? You're not being fair.
I am being fair. I just felt like
you are not being fair to the Dolphins based on you know more than most where they've been and how you complained about not having those dudes and not having them, you know, do whatever they can to get a win or win a championship or try to win. They've done that and you still complain. See, at some point, you got to be happy and say, you know what? They are doing everything they can to win. Let's go.
Look,
Not you.
I'm not being, as Dade South said, the boyfriend holding the girlfriend's hand.
Yes, you
looking
are.
back meme. I'm not
Yes,
doing
you are.
that.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
doing that.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, dude.
Yes, you are.
Look, it's great. We got Raheem.
I
We got
have
Jeff Wilson
recorded.
back. But
I have recorded you with about 57 whale noises right after we got Tyreek because you just looked on to something else.
that's not true.
And now we got Jalen Ramsey 2 days ago. 2 days. He can't even sign until today. So technically today, the ink is still hot. And you go, that Tyreek Hill. He go, that Jalen Ramsey. We got a star. I better tell you what. Dalvin Cook.
That'd be awesome.
What is wrong?
Little homecoming, baby.
Dude.
You know, a couple Seminole teammates reuniting.
No. We not doing it. We are not. I'm going to say this. You know what? You are crawling into LeBron territory.
What do you mean?
From this aspect. We're not going to hear anything you have to say till you apologize for your nonsense. You got no. The Miami Dolphins have done an incredible job.
Agreed.
This last couple of years, bringing talent in, bringing stars, top rusher available. Chubb. You got Jalen Phillips, who everybody wondered if he was better than Rousseau. Wrong. Right? That's you. Look. That's you. That's you. There he is. Look. You holding Tyreek's hand, right? And there goes Dalvin Cook. Say, whoa, that Dalvin Cook. Wow. There you go. You owe the Miami Dolphins an apology. There is not much more that this team could have done in the last couple of years as far as bringing stars in.
Mm-hmm.
And you ungrateful person, are still not happy with what they've done?
I'm
They
happy.
want them to do more. They haven't done enough, according to you.
I'm happy.
They
I'm
haven't
happy.
done enough.
No, it's just like I thought they were going to do more, you know?
What is more than Tyreek Hill and Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah, the Tyreek Hill's last year, dude. Like, what are you gonna? What do you want? You want a celebration for it every year? We already did his gala. I want to do Dalvin Cook's gala.
-1 for show poniness.
You are unbelievable. Light him up.
Take a break. Back after this.
It's time for our Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua. It's our Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Tonga Vailoa. Not
Tua Tagovailoa.
A for effort. Dolphins quarterback.
Tua.
It's our Tua. It's our Tua.
Tua.
Tua, Tua, Tua. Tua, Tua, Tua. Chris Sims can go to hell. Tua Tagovailoa. Dolphins quarterback.
Daddy loves you guys.
Our Tua with Tobin and Leroy.
Check the history of food.
Hour two of the program, ladies and gentlemen. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM.
You all right? You all right?
I'm rallying, dude. I'm rallying. You know,
It sounds like you choking on lies and deceit. And
no, that's not true. I don't know. What am I lying? Marcos, can I ask you? Okay.
Yes, sure.
Oh.
After yesterday,
Yeah.
did you not feel like the Dolphins were heading towards getting a star running back after all the fodder that was out there?
To me, it was less of the fodder, and it was more of the constant restructuring of all these contracts. I was like,
But-
something big is coming.
But here's the deal.
But I'm not ungrateful like you. I might as well.
I'm not an ingrate.
But here's the deal, though. You have to realize that sometimes they do all these restructuring, not to bring in somebody new, but to take care of their own guy.
I understand. But
did you not hold on? Do you not hear anything that I said earlier about taking care of your own guys and setting the tone for that environment so that they know that, or players know when they come to this organization, you're going to be taken care of?
I understand.
And did you not hear any of that?
Jeff Wilson's a Rosenhaus guy, obviously a very big, a big.
I'm not even
Rosenhaus
talking about him.
contingent.
To re-sign those two running backs was nothing.
I
Okay,
know.
I'm not worried about that.
Mhm.
But what if they're restructuring to give Christian Wilkins an extension?
I mean, I'm sure they obviously are. Like Chris Greer has been pretty open and honest about everything. He said they were going to keep Tua long term. They gave him the option. They said they would be happy with the running backs coming back. The running backs are coming back. He's been very open about Christian Wilkins and how they want to keep him long term. I'm sure they're going to move on to that.
Doesn't this feel good, though? Based on all of the nonsense that this organization has gone through in the last 20 years,
Yes,
doesn't this feel good?
it does.
To hear these things, then why are you an ingrate?
I thought we were getting cooked, baby.
I mean, I'm tired of cheering for Myles Gaskin 2.0 in the backfield. It's a great story. It's really cool. Ahmed, this and that. When was the last time we had someone cool running that rock?
Dude, a real horse. You know what I'm talking about?
Remember
Like a-
Reggie Bush or something? That was fun.
Marcos.
Yeah.
You were not helping.
Sorry.
You are making it worse.
Someone's ungrateful.
You know what you call this is called aiding and abetting a known ingrate.
Dude,
That's what you just did.
you guys. Listen, they dangled the carrot. It's not my fault.
They didn't dangle the carrot.
Oh, the carrot was out there, dude.
Yeah, they tried. The Vikings. are just
You know what you should feel good about?
Yeah.
That your team is using all resources to make their team better.
Agreed.
Okay? So that if they don't get somebody you want, they have proven that they are doing everything in their power to bring these players in. Just look at the last 3 years and the players that they have brought in, either via trade, free agency, or whatever. You should have no complaints. None.
I don't have
Zero.
a complaint. I'm not complaining.
They're giving $4.5 million to the coach, and he's not even the head coach.
You're right. But I'm
And
you
you're
know,
still an ingrate.
I'm not an ingrate. I'm happy.
Apologize.
I'm not gonna apologize.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna apologize. I'm letting you know I'm happy.
No. You can't say happy. Oh, no. I'm happy. I'm happy after I was an ingrate.
I don't feel like I'm being an ingrate.
You're way off. You're way off, dude. You're way off. You need to just take the L. Let's move forward. Okay. And say, you know, I have realized that even though I may have wanted Dalvin Cook, I cannot blame this organization for not making all the moves necessary to make this team better.
Little NFL free agency news. Get some headlines here. Brought to you by New Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Darius Slay has been released by the Eagles.
Wow.
Apparently, they could not agree on a new contract,
and I guess they couldn't get a trade.
I guess not. You know what I hear?
They just cut him.
You guys hear that?
Oh,
I think I hear sleigh bells.
Point.
no! Marcos! Where's the safety? See, this is it. This is the problem. This is the problem. I always know that at any moment in time, Marcos could be rats off a ship with me. So I have to tread lightly because you know damn well that was a -1. And when I gave the finger point, you know.
You want to talk about a no-fly zone?
Woo-wee.
Wow.
Now that's a C-level secondary. I'm trying that one out. What do you think about that one?
It's not bad. You know, you're doing something with the water. I like it better. Dade South.
Ooh.
Biscayne Slay.
That's a good one. Even though they don't play, they play Miami.
Well,
You know,
that's close enough.
That's pretty good.
Point for Twitcher.
Dude,
What?
I can't believe you, Marcos.
Now that I get the restructuring, now we're gonna pick up another corner. That's pretty good. Chris Greer, you've done it again.
Isn't Slay is he a safety or a corner?
He's a corner.
What the hell?
We'll figure it out. Oh. Darius Slay bells ring. Are you listening?
Right now, I want to fight.
Why?
Your ridiculousness has gone too far.
Tua loves Christmas.
It's true.
Little sleigh bells in the facility. Maybe he takes a discount to hop onto another champion chance. You know, he was so close last year.
He would have did that with the team he was with.
Nah.
He ain't going to a new team.
I don't agree. I feel like you do that, and plus, you know, state tax. They got that whole thing they can work out. No bueno. Unlikely, I admit, but still, a kid can dream.
Can you never have too much corners?
Can I just say this? Yeah, that's what they said. You know who they brought in? Noah Igbenogany. That was the last time that comment was made.
It's true.
So let's go ahead on and say yes, because
He's still on the team, huh?
if you bring an additional one in and he doesn't contribute, then did you actually bring in an extra corner?
Look, if Fangs can't fix them, I think it's time to move on after this season.
I would agree with that. I mean, but it's up anyway. This is his 3rd year or 4th year.
This is his 4th year coming up.
Yeah, so
They're not going to pick up his 5th year option.
Yeah, no way. He did win a game last year, though.
He did win a game. He did win a game. That's true.
I had to do a double take to see what number that was. I'm like, whoa, Noah.
Schmeeth and Schmolnick says Tobin's favorite ride, make a splash mountain. It's true.
Point for Twitcher.
Dade South, you know what vampires do with fangs? They slay.
-1.
Advance more cornerbacks. Thanks.
Yeah. The first, the one Twitch said it the best.
What's that?
If we bring in Slay, can he play offensive line?
I don't know.
No, but Zeke can for sure. For sure.
Oh man, we'll take a quick break.
Are you, here, question real quick. Are you shocked they haven't brought in any offensive linemen?
No.
Or they just haven't been any available?
No, I'm not too shocked. I think that they're gonna try and ride it out with what they got, and then hopefully the younger guys stay healthy. I think that's what they're gonna do.
What about the Titans lineman Taylor Lewan? Is he left tackle as well? Is that why we haven't?
No, he already signed. Didn't he already sign?
Did he?
Oh, okay.
I think so because him and Lil Zeus, he also Orlando Brown Jr. I played with Zeus. That's one of the biggest human beings I've ever seen in my life.
No, he's still out there.
They released him from Kansas City because he wasn't all that good last year. But so you got Taylor Lewan out there. You got Orlando Brown Jr. out there. Two guys who have had some success. There must be something about them, right? Because usually offensive linemen get picked up, especially when your quarterback been getting killed.
I mean, he's been hurt. He's been dealing with a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
That's all. Take a quick break. Back with more silly sauce after this.
Man.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Take you up until 2 o'clock. It's Dave and Buster's month here on 560, and then it's just in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. We got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's. Go to WQM.com and enter on the contest page, and you could go to Dave and Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us and Dave and Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. Tournament. You guys watch those 16 seed games? I don't give those the time of day.
When yesterday and today?
Yeah, I don't give those time of day. They've tried. Remember when they tried to say that was the opening round?
Yeah.
I was like, nice try. I'll see you Thursday. Jim Larinaga did speak recently. He says that North Chatomir's status still TBD.
Gotcha.
I don't need to know till game time.
So let me know on game. Let us know on game time.
And you don't even need to tell me. When I watch the tip, I'll know.
Hopefully he's there again. Hopefully they're you know, he's there for against Drake. You know, whatever is God's plan. Because let me tell you, he's too good.
-1.
I feel like if I give you another point today, Leroy would kill both of us.
Fair point.
God's plan.
Dude, are you on medication?
No, I feel great, dude.
No, you don't. You can't feel great. You got the sniffles and all that stuff.
Well, it's because my little germ, my little
the germ casserole.
My little germ casserole daughter is just rolling around here.
Let me tell you, Marcos. Here's what you need to get. From the time your kid is, I'd say, whenever he starts going to
School
to daycare.
Yeah.
Till he gets out of about the second grade, he gonna have the sniffles. Cause it's for some reason that's where kids go to fight off germs. That's where you get your immune system built, hanging around with a whole bunch of other kids.
It's really gross.
That is gross.
But am I lying, Tobin?
No, it's
Your kids spend their whole like toddler years with the sniffles.
Yep.
You blowing snot, you're trying to suck the snot out their nose.
It's just gross.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't. But the problem is they got to build up their immune system.
Look, man, I'm just ready for Friday night because this whole.
I mean, do you blow your nose with a beach towel?
I do actually. It's just that big. It's just tough, man. Listen, I'm ready for Friday, and this uncertainty has me in my feelings.
Wow.
No, that's not it, dude.
Okay. Okay.
What?
-1.
You're not gonna stop, are you?
What do you mean, dude? I'm not doing. I'm not doing anything.
You have gone out of your way. You know what he does? You know what, Marcos? Here's what I realize.
Mhm.
He does this right before vacation every time.
That's not true, dude.
That is true. He goes willy-nilly the week before.
Willy nilly with the hot takes.
Yep.
He's like, ooh, I ain't gonna be here a week. Let me get all my hot takes out the previous week.
All right. He'll laugh now, but he'll cry later.
Yeah. What?
It's a Drake song, too.
Minus one to yourself.
-1.
Guy says, I wish I could have heard Leroy's reaction when Salah took his shirt off during 15 minutes of heat yesterday.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty nice.
They were
Crowded.
doing the Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, they were. They were indeed. They saw that Jimmy Butler was shirtless, and he inspired a moment.
Hey,
I mean, Jimmy Butler does look good shirtless.
can you see all of Solana's ribs?
He looks good. He looks good.
Just, hey, for 50 cents a month, you could feed him.
He's pretty
We'll have to maybe JFig can send you the clip. We can see what's going on there. What do you thinks about that? Another guy says, wow, you think the Dolphins would have won the championship? What have they done? What have they done?
You know
what have
what?
they won?
You're right, but here's what the offseason does for the organization, the players, the fans, and everybody who watches football. What you do in the offseason may not always make you better, but it will always give you hope. Right? The only time you don't get hope is when your team doesn't do anything.
This is look, I thought there were expectations last year, and that was before, Tua played really well. They had a number 6
They made
offense.
the playoffs. They made the playoffs. It's a step in the right direction.
They did, but I think they're going to have the expectations this year are going to be huge for them. Huge.
It's weird because think about this. Just in this division, Aaron Rodgers could possibly be going to the Jets.
Yep.
The Bills already have who they think is God's gift to football in Josh Allen. And down here, everybody's begging and pleading for the rest of the world to acknowledge how good Tua is. And you've signed all these players, on the defensive side of the ball. And in the last couple of years, you've gotten some excellent offensive weapons. So, wow, the team that nobody has said one word about, which is shocking, is the New England Patriots.
Yeah, well, you know why. Because Mac Jones is a bum, dude. Dude's a bum. And by the way, I don't like the fact that JFig changed my my title today because I started my show today. My undertitle was Mac Jones is still a bum, which answers your question. He sucks. True. That's why we are where we are with that. They can have old Ashton call plays all they want instead of that Matt Patricia, but it doesn't matter. I don't care if he came out of coaching rehab and he's all clean as a whistle. That ain't gonna fix things. It ain't gonna fix things, dude.
Is that his nickname? Oh, he's watching. He's watching the clip.
JFig, you can't do that in segment. He's gonna be he's gonna be distracted now the entire time.
We've lost him for the next 2 minutes.
We've lost him, dude.
Yeah.
Can't keep his eyes off of it.
No,
I mean they haven't done it yet.
they'll get to it.
Appreciate it.
But no, look, the expectations are obviously.
Oh man, I tell you what, if he was a chicken, they'd send him back. Not enough meat on them bones.
Wow. But he is one of the things where I think last year, yeah, there were some expectations. You brought in Tyreek Hill and Toronto. I said, no, they're going to be ratcheted up even more. And by the way, this is going to be a team that I think a lot of people nationally will either love or hate, because now you have Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey is going to talk a lot of smack. He's going to put a lot of pressure on that defense, similar to how Tyreek Hill did with the offense. Tyreek Hill put a bullseye on the offense. It worked out. Jalen Ramsey is going to talk a ton of trash, and it's going to be great. It's going to be glorious.
You know,
I don't think there's
nothing wrong
anything the
with
city loves more than when everybody hates them and they can fight everybody else. It's going to be fun.
There's nothing wrong with that either, right? I've never had a problem with somebody talking trash. I just have a problem with certain people talking trash that are terrible.
Like Eli Apple?
If you a bad player, or if you just an average player, or if you just making, you making a career out of football, but you ain't really that dude, don't talk trash.
So this is an Eli Apple take.
Perhaps.
No, man, but like you think about with Jalen.
Is there anybody who should be talking trash less than Eli Apple?
But he doesn't stop.
Look, we have home of the Whopper and home of the double move. That's him. Slay go. He always chasing. He gets beat on the slant and go once a game. He hasn't figured it out after 6 years. That's bad.
It's like the slant. No.
That's it. Oh
no.
But see, you see what Tobin did there, right?
Hmm?
Let me tell you what Tobin did.
What did I do?
Just a little distraction.
He did that thing where if I ever want to get him off of me, I could just mention a name and all will be forgotten as far as you're concerned. He said, sound like an Eli Apple thing, right? We haven't forgotten. What you've done the first hour of the show.
All I said was I thought we were getting a star running back. Glad that the guys are back. It's cool, but
there he is.
You win great.
Look, is it being an ingrate or is it having high expectations?
How much higher can your expectations be?
I don't know.
You know what? If you ran this team, they would be $780 million over the cap.
It's not my money. Everybody talks about how Stephen Ross doesn't care about money. So why should I care?
Because the league has a say-so in it. You have a salary cap. And one of the ways...
That's what they claim.
Hold on. One of the ways that people still use their money... See, because the salary cap works differently for people, for different people. Like, there's certain teams that don't play these money up front. We're going to give you a big signing bonus so we can stretch it out. The Pittsburgh Steelers do not do that. Okay? They don't. They've never been to. In fact, they're a team that'll get rid of a player 2 years away from his prime versus paying him and having to go through 1 year outside of his prime. That's what they do. But you have owners that are willing to spend whatever it takes. And part of the way they do that is you give big signing bonuses, you stretch these contracts out, you restructure them, you create space. Don't make it sound like every team does it. There's a lot of teams that will not do it.
I'm not making it sound like that.
You kind of are.
I'm not.
By calling the salary cap willy-nilly, that's the way your owner makes it look because he's spending god-awful amounts of money.
He is okay. Good for him. He's one of the really rich owners in a pool
They're
of
all
rich
really
owners.
rich. Jerry Jones is rich.
Mm-hmm.
They're all really rich. Some people just don't do it.
Jerry Jones does it. Come on, dude.
What?
Jerry Jones does it. You tell me Jerry Jones doesn't spend? I mean, he wasn't like, it's not like Stephen Ross was like number one in cash spendings. He was one of the highest, but he wasn't the highest.
Yeah, because they have a lot of young talent.
Yeah, I know. So take advantage of it. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, I would say, was it Tampa?
Make Stephen Ross, make like Santa and get some sleigh bells.
-1.
All I gotta say is this: you do this for another 2 days, that young man ain't got a chance.
Which one?
Tomorrow night.
Think he has a bully schedule tomorrow.
Oh, that's poor him.
It's none of my business.
Take a quick break. Back with more after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, Leroy, can we get a weather update from the Mesman and Dover Law Firm? YourAccidentAttorneys.com. Free consultations 24/7. Call them up at 866-954-MORE. Leroy, at the Windowplex, what do we have going on here today?
It's been a little bit chillier the last couple of days. Getting up to some 60s, some mid 60s. Mostly cloudy. Quite breezy. Just saw a dragonfly go by. I think the wind's out of I can't tell. No, the wind is out of the west at about 15 miles an hour. And I would say it's between 75 and 80 degrees at this point.
There you go. How do you do, Marcos?
The wind is a little questionable, so I understand. You know, he was basing it off of a dragonfly.
No, I'm looking at the trees. The trees were like.
Weather in Davie, 74 currently, mostly cloudy with a 33% chance of showers. Winds, they're saying north-northeast, 14 miles per hour.
There you
Also, I heard a riptide warning. I'm not sure who's interested in the water right now, but be careful. There's a riptide.
I don't like this. So Mike Vrabel, Titans coach.
Boy, here we go. Why would we care?
Hater. Because he's a hater.
Because he's a hater, dude. But
this
this
why
is what
would we care?
Well, I'm going to tell you why. So David Long, new Dolphins linebacker, he played 12 games last year. Then he put on IR with a hamstring injury.
They're mad up there. Here's part of the reason why. They're mad that the Titans let him go.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
But this was a quote during the season on David Long Jr. and Mike Vrabel, who I believe, did he say he cut off his deal to win a Super Bowl? Wasn't that his claim?
That was him.
Very reasonable football person.
Yeah.
He said, we look at these soft tissues of repeat offenders. It doesn't take too hard to look at guys like Christian Fulton and David Long. I mean, they are repeat offenders with soft tissue injuries. They have to figure out a way to train and act like the game is being played at a high speed. Kevin Byard hasn't pulled a hamstring since he's been playing here. Repeat offenders. Like that. What the hell is that?
He's basically calling them soft.
Wow.
Injury prone. Soft tissue injuries. So he's saying if you train harder, your muscles wouldn't.
I mean, like that was a thing with Devontae Parker down here. But Devontae was a wide. You're calling your linebacker a repeat offender?
Here's the deal. I have a hole in my bicep. I have a hole in my hamstring. My arm, I didn't miss any time. My hamstring, I missed 2 weeks because they told me it was just a strain. So I don't know what he thinks soft tissue injuries are, but they affect everybody. It's one of those things, man.
I mean, we look at
injuries affect everybody differently.
We would look at Mike Vrabel and say that's a glass chewer. Yeah. Like he seems like he just puts a glass in his cornflakes.
I just hate when coaches do the tough guy thing to insinuate that these guys having soft tissue injuries are soft. I mean, to question what a guy does in the offseason because he has a soft tissue injury is crazy. Because I literally had both of my injuries on a fluke. And in fact, when I did my hamstring, I thought I blew my knee out because I heard a pop. Right? So imagine that fear. And if some coach would have said, oh, you having that soft tissue injury because you're not doing enough in the offseason, when in actuality, I got my knee locked out and that did my hamstring. And then my bicep, I was reaching for a first down and it was 5 degrees. So it was really cold. And so like, yeah, man, it happens. But to just put injuries on, he's not doing enough. If he worked out, hard enough in the offseason, he wouldn't have soft teeth. That's not accurate. That's not That's not true. And coming from a player pisses me off even more.
Get him, Leroy.
No, you see,
Get him.
You deflecting. Let's get back to you.
What do you mean? Why? I thought we were on the same page here. We were ripping Mike Vrabel. You know?
Hater.
I mean, who's more of a hater, Mike Vrabel or Tobin? With
I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater on anything.
wait, if wait.
Hmm.
If I would have said exactly what you said about all the stuff about this team after what they've done, you know what people would have said to me? You're not a Dolphins fan. You're a hater. They just can't do anything by you. That's what they would say to me. Right? God forbid we should just keep it real. God forbid we should make honest comments without being a fan all the time. Right? But here's your guy. Fan with good access.
That's not fair.
Basically saying to all of you, you have one of the most dynamic offensive weapons in football. You have some of the best pass rushers in football. You have one of the best secondaries in football.
We think.
And you think.
Well, yeah, it's on paper.
Jalen Ramsey, Javon Holland, and X are proven. It's not a we think.
Got to blend together, dude.
They are proven.
Got to see
Why
how
does X need to blend in with Jalen Ramsey? They 50 yards apart.
Fang's got to make it work.
And you signed a coach, DC, to the same money that some head coaches are making.
Yeah, I mean, it took him long enough to say yes.
There we go. Oh, man. You're the worst.
I do think, though, that Fangs, that seems like a guy who's going to know how to coach David Long, Not like this petty Mike Vrabel.
You know what? You know when people say stuff like that?
What? When?
They say stuff like that because they don't want to cry that they lost somebody.
I mean, the record is very bad without him.
And so why wouldn't you just pay him?
I don't know. Because apparently he thinks he's a repeat offender. Why would you pay a
then,
repeat
then,
offender?
Then don't complain about him being gone.
He's not.
You can't have it both ways.
Well, the fans are complaining about him being gone. This was a quote during the season on him. It's not like he said this recently.
So wait a minute. Knowing his importance to the team. Knowing his importance to the team. And the stats say when he's not there, you're terrible.
Yep.
Why would you badmouth him and then he leaves? Seems kind of like you're shooting yourself in the foot, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he gets what he gets. I have no sympathy for people that do that. Teams that do that. Organizations that do that. Just like I have no sympathy for the Baltimore Ravens and what they're doing with Lamar Jackson. I don't.
Why would you? Why should anybody feel bad for the Baltimore Ravens? I mean,
I'm just saying in general, that situation. I think it would be I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it would be hilarious for everybody to have to look at Zach Wilson after Aaron Rodgers decides not to come.
He's coming though. That's what
I said. I started it by saying I thought it was going to happen.
They did finish up that deal on Alan Lazard. He's going there on a 4-year deal.
So yeah.
I mean, writing's on the wall. Probably.
And keep in mind, before the announcement of guys he wanted to play with, they were already working on a contract for Alan Lazard. So I'm guessing that information was out there a lot longer than when we got it. You see
I'm
what
sure
I'm
they
saying?
knew. Yeah, I'm sure they knew. It's not like surprise. The only one that I think kind of took people by surprise a little bit was the Odell stuff. But
why not?
Just because, he didn't really have a tie to Aaron Rodgers, so that's why.
You mean a quarterback doesn't have a tie to a great receiver?
The other guys are former teammates. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I mean, if he's out there, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, coming from you, that's unbelievable. The guy who just complained about not signing a star And then you have Aaron Rodgers who wants a star receiver, and you say, seems kind of odd.
Dude, what you got? You have some crank juice during the break? What are you talking about?
Crank juice.
Yeah, like you're very cranky. What's going on there? I don't
You
understand.
did this.
I didn't do anything. Like you're sitting here, oh, why would you have a quarterback and a good receiver? He has a good receiver. He's got Garrett Wilson, the offensive rookie of the year. You know, get your friends and enough. Grow up, Peter Pan. And just get on Pat McAfee and announce it already. So sick of waiting for this guy. Ayahuasca.
Did you take some cold medicine?
No, I'm fine, dude. You're the one who's sitting here. You're like, well, what do you mean there's not a connection? Well, he's never played without
that.
that
Show, we're going to get to the bottom of this because you started the show off hot.
Dude, I didn't start the show off hot. I don't know what you're talking about. All I've said today that sent you off into a tangent has been me saying, I thought the Dolphins were going to get a star running back. And you're like, what? You win great? Like, oh, sorry.
There you go.
Excuse me for wanting some of the high names that are around there. But old Leroy comes in, champion of the running backs, even though he called Raheem Mostert a bum most of the season. He's sitting here and now he's like, oh, the biggest Mostert fan. Dude, you were sitting here. Oh, no. Oh, dude. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You were sitting here. You were, as the people like to say, a Mostert skeptic all season. Wait. It took until like week 13 for you to be on the Mostert bandwagon.
Until they signed Jeff Wilson.
Okay, good.
Then he started playing totally different. Did he not?
No, he did.
He did.
Nope.
Oh my goodness.
You sat here and you belittled Raheem Mostert all season.
He started playing a lot better once Jeff Wilson got
very convenient. Now all of a sudden, look who's got the wiggle room now.
That's not wiggle room.
Let me know.
That's a fact.
What's it like?
That's a fact.
No.
Raheem Mostert ran the ball a lot different when Jeff Wilson came.
What's it like performing for a bunch of children? You know, love your band, the Wiggles. Sitting there. Always got a way out. That's what they call Leroy.
He is really trying to do this. And Marcos, you find humor in this.
I
don't know what's worse.
I think it's hilarious.
Smirking. Are you actually yelling at me for the stuff you do every day?
No, I just think it's funny. You're sitting here.
And it's not accurate.
No, I just think it's funny that you sat here very unimpressed with Raheem Mostert all season. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's the plan. Take care of their own.
Wait. Did I not say Raheem Mostert ran the ball a lot better once Jeff Wilson?
Congratulations. Dude, congratulations for coming back after 13 games.
But that was a fact.
Nah.
Look at his numbers before Jeff Wilson got in.
You look at his numbers because you did this yesterday with Jimmy Garoppolo and you realize I completely made something up. So before you say that, make sure you have the facts in line. Because what I do remember is doing many a show saying, how many games were we watching this year? They're like, Mostert. That was Leroy's take for most of the season. Yeah. And now he's satisfied with them. Which I am too. Which is all I was saying. I love Raheem Mostert and Jeff Wilson. All I was saying was, there was a lot of star fodder out there. A little bit of a letdown. Not that I'm not happy. But it's interesting that all of a sudden it's like you're the biggest Mostert and Jeff Wilson fan. Interesting. We'll take a break. Back with more after this.
On Tobin&Leroy.
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Ekblad, Montour across, Barkov right circle, out to the center point. Montour, a shot loose in front, jammed that in. No, it stayed out of the net. Jeff Carter made the save, and then it does roll in. The Panthers score, and it's 2-0. A power play goal for the Panthers. First, it was waved off immediately, and then we had the signal for a goal, and it looks like this is going to be Matthew Tkachuk's goal, and it's 2-0 Panthers with 11:49 to go in the first.
Oh, they have it. Doug Plagans with the call. Panthers on a little bit of a break ski, as they will be back in action on Thursday against the Montreal Canadiens. Go ahead. Yeah, pop on out there. I'll do the read while you're getting into that. But the Cats will be back in action coming up on Thursday. Cat Talk here on the ticket, brought to you by our friends over at Celsius. Hockey fans, don't sit this one out. When it's game time, make Celsius part of playing. Get that energy up. Game day is fueled by Celsius Essential Energy Drinks, the official energy drink of the Florida Panthers. Cats will be back. Cats will be back on the ice on Thursday. Let's take a look in on their playoff push as of right now. Yep. And the Panthers find themselves. All right, hold on.
Very nice yesterday of Waddle Baby Waddle to call in and explain to Leroy what games in hand means. And
it was.
I thought it was a good description. I was actually surprised. I was waiting for silly sauce, and it was just a perfectly good explanation of what it meant.
It was just a completely reasonable thing from Waddle Baby Waddle, which we knew. We knew Waddle Baby Waddle was going to come with the excitement. Well, shout out to the Canadiens because they did beat the Pittsburgh Penguins yesterday.
Nice.
So that was an important one. And then also the Islanders, they also lost yesterday. So a couple of big losses yesterday for the Cats. Love when a couple of big losses come the Cats' way. So the
you know I got. You know what I got.
Yep.
Good stuff.
You got right now the Panthers are 3 points back of the Islanders, 2 games in hand. Okay. Of the Islanders.
Yeah, that's because they ain't played in a week.
Doesn't matter. Games are in hand. If the games are in hand, and the Islanders lost last night, thus why games in hand is important, Leroy. And then the Pittsburgh Penguins, they don't have any games in hand with the Cats anymore, but they are still 5 points up. So that is your standings look right now for the Florida Panthers as they make this playoff push. 2-1 filthy. You know, I don't know why that has to do with anything. Getting over to our headlines, brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
Delicious. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are finalizing a deal for a little shake and Baker Mayfield.
Wow.
So there you go.
QB competition in Tampa.
Go from Tom Brady to Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. I mean, who would you rather have, though? Him or who else is slated to start? Kyle Trask or something like that?
Yeah, they tried to they're trying to put that Kyle Trask thing into us. I mean, like, good luck. Yeah. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. But Baker Mayfield appears to be heading his way to Tampa.
Nice.
So there
I
you go.
see where this is going. Sucks.
What do you mean?
Well, because who's the head coach there?
Who is the head coach there now? Oh, is it still Todd Bowles?
Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
He's going to have Baker Mayfield at quarterback. They're going to suck. He's going to get fired.
Yep.
Then they're going to have a top 5 pick and go get a quarterback.
Yep.
And that sucks. Right.
That does suck.
That's how this plays out. So it's unfortunate, but that's where we are.
We also got the news last hour. Darius Slay has been released by the Eagles. So another top free agent out there on the market as we are winding down. Pat McAfee is going to have Aaron Rodgers on in about an hour's time. And I imagine.
I thought he's on Tuesdays.
I thought he was too, but he's on today. So he is going to be on today at 1:00 Eastern. So looks like we will, I imagine, find out today. I don't know. Baker's deal, by the way, $4 million that maxes out at 8.5. So Baker Mayfield making as much as Mike
like
White.
A backup.
They're paying him like a backup, dude.
Yep.
That's what he's at right now. Did you look up your numbers, by the way? Because you're the biggest
did.
Raheem Mostert fan in the world all of a sudden.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, he kind of did.
So actually their numbers are pretty even if you go for the year.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Wilson total ran for 860 yards at 4.9 yards per average. And Raheem Mostert ran for 891 at a 4.92 average. But I'm looking at these logs here, and he had one 100-yard game against the Jets early on in the year. That would be October. And then he ran for 136 against Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
When they lost, to Buffalo. And if you look at Jeff Wilson, their numbers are pretty comparable. But I would say that I remember commenting on the fact that Mostert looked like he was running harder.
I'm not even disagreeing with you. I'm just saying you did rip him a lot during the year.
I did. But
no.
So
now I'm just saying, like, I just was
here.
You're calling me an ingrate, and I don't appreciate that.
Unlike you, I was also one of the first people to say, man, ever since Jeff Wilson got here, Raheem Mostert been running that rock real tough.
Cool,
I
dude.
did say that too.
But you also basically call him South early on in the season.
Because that's how he was running.
Well, okay, but then, like, all of a sudden, So if I'm fine with him being back, what's wrong with old Tobes just saying, bringing in maybe somebody a little bit with a little bit more star power?
Because you're an ingrate.
How am I an ingrate though?
Ungrateful.
You get me out all the time
because
for being a flip flopper or the facts change, and you do the exact same thing.
This team has done more in the last 2 years than most teams in NFL, and you're still saying, "Oh, let's bring so and so in." There's no complaints about what weapons or talent they've brought to this team.
I'm not
just
complaining.
They didn't bring enough talent for you.
I'm not complaining. I'm fine with it. I was a bigger Mostert fan than you were last year. That's my guy.
Until the end. Then we were both pretty consistent with it.
No, the only thing with the end that is he does get banged up a lot. But the thing that happened to him, he had a thumb injury. Like, that's freakish. That sucks.
Dude,
and then Jeff
you know
Wilson
what they tell us when we hurt fingers? I've dislocated fingers during the game.
Mm-hmm.
Tape it to his friend.
That's gross.
That's what I did. Dude, I did it. Wait, I did it during in a huddle. I took Steve Everett's hair. Steve Everett's tape that he ties his hair with, which is regular tape, which is a whole nother story. My finger was over here pointing this way, and we took it and we pulled it and taped it and went, ready, break.
Look, I don't have any problem with you changing your opinion. Sometimes the facts change. I tell you that all the time.
Yeah, but you say it when you're trying to hide.
That's not true.
Yes, you are. Come on.
Dude, when the facts change, the facts change. There's nothing wrong with that. I just think what I would say is, for me personally,
I already can tell the tone that you're taking with this explanation is going to be garbage.
I would
all of a sudden, you ever notice when he tries to talk real honest? Buckle up for a big fat one. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, this is all I'm gonna say, Marcos, and I hope you keep track of this.
I'm ready.
And J-Fig, quite frankly, because she's a little bit, she'll ironically parrot a little bit of what you say with the fraudulent.
J-Fig's a murderer.
All I would say is, I don't have a problem with you changing your opinion when the facts change. I would just ask you to show that same grace to me.
No, but see,
that's what I would like.
When I say the facts are changed, I point out that he did run the ball harder once Jeff Wilson got in the building, and I made that point.
And I believe
when you change your mind, it's because you get caught.
No.
And then you say, no, the facts have changed.
That's not true.
Really?
It's not true. It's just sometimes the facts change. If they're facts to the eyes, facts to the ears, what's the difference?
I'll use this as an example. Last offseason, when things were being knocked around about who could come in for the Miami Heat, right?
Yeah.
There were 3 guys you said are a no-go. That's Jimmy, Bam, and Tyler.
I didn't say that.
I
didn't say that.
You did say that.
I didn't say that.
You said you're not trading Tyler Hero.
I did say that yesterday.
And here's why we can't. See what he does? See what you do? See what you do?
So
you think that you did?
Wait, so were you willing to trade other than for Kevin Durant? Because everyone's on the table for Kevin.
No, but we had Spider. We had,
Yeah.
you know, and you said Tyler Hero's not available. So,
I didn't say that. Maybe the team felt that way.
No! Oh, and let me guess. You were parroting what the team was saying.
I wasn't parroting anything, okay? Because I'm not J-Fig. But what I would say is when you asked me, what do you think is going to happen? Are they going to get Durant? I remember telling you, no, I think they were going to get Donovan Mitchell. And I was wrong. But I didn't think they were going to get Donovan Mitchell without giving up Tyler Hero. I mean, that's silly. We've had how many shows did I say you're not going to do anything or get anything without giving up Tyler Hero? The only person I said that was possible for was Kyrie, which I would have been right, but they didn't want to trade for him.
It's amazing
that I remember all of what is said, and you just like to just throw things out there willy-nilly.
How these stories play out, and here's the thing, because here's what happens when you're doing this. I beg you to stop. Don't do this. Don't go. You're not. No, that's not. Just no. Don't. And I beg and plead. And then a couple of months later, then you say, I never did it. And this happens all the time.
But I'm not doing that. You're the one who's doing that because you because of some Jeff Wilson eye test that you're rolling on. I remember what I actually said. You're the one who you were elusive in your Raheem Mostert complaints, and now you're like, oh, you should just be grateful to have him. And I sat next to you all year, and you sat here and say, it kind of runs soft.
He was.
So all of a sudden,
he was. There's no question about it.
So old Tobes is just sitting here saying, man, I would like a star running back. And you tell me to be grateful because I got Jalen Ramsey. I don't understand.
Hill and Bradley Chubb.
Yeah, we should just stop, you know?
Dude, I'm exhausted.
Oh, I don't understand why. I'm trying to
understand why.
I'm just trying to take inventory with you.
You don't think you have some kind of influence on my exhaustion?
No, I don't. I mean, like we're
you
in lockstep. Yeah, we're in lockstep, baby. You said Raheem Mostert ran soft last year, and I said, man, could
the only reason why I'm not more upset is because I can always just run this video of Solana.
You could do that, but what I'm saying is, like, I look to you for running back expertise.
Yeah,
that's why I respect your opinion. You know, I listen to my guy Leroy Horde. He told me that Mostert was running soft.
Yeah.
So and now it's like
when he wasn't, I said he wasn't.
So, you know, I'm glad that they're back. Don't get me wrong, but if it feels a little underwhelming, you can understand why. Just based on your opinion. It's what you told me.
So let me ask you a question. And it's just random thoughts from just a person. My background does not matter.
I disagree.
4.9 yards per carry for 2 running backs is not good enough.
It's good. It's fine.
Fine?
It's fine.
No, it's better than fine, dude.
Okay.
That's better than fine. That's almost half a yard above the average of a running back. You do understand that the 2 running backs you have had a better yards per carry than Dalvin Cook. Let me check that before I say that.
Yeah, okay. We'll take a break. You can look that up. We'll be back with more after this.
I hope I'm right.
Previously.
And Leroy.
Boring story time.
J-Fig's a murderer.
Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM, taking you up until 2 o'clock. Hey, Snoop Dogg is bringing his high school reunion tour to the I Think Financial Amphitheater in West Palm this August. We want you to go. For your chance to win, head on over to WQM.com and enter, and you could be seeing Snoop Dogg with Wiz Khalifa and more. This is a Live Nation show. Those tickets courtesy of Live Nation. You guys can watch us on YouTube and Twitch, Miami 560 WQAM. Handsome Daffy chiming in on the Twitch. He says, Tobin wants an all-star team for every team he supports. Yeah, that's right. And what? And that's a bad thing? We're in the season of hope right now, dude. There's no games to be played. All I can root for is acquisitions. That's literally all you could do right now. What's the big deal? I will say, look, this defense is going to be nasty. Nasty, dude. Like, that is exciting because last year it was patchy because they had so many damn injuries. But if this thing stays together, you got old man Fangs chewing glass, scheming things up. Jalen Ramsey, God, they're going to hate this defense, Leroy. Think about this. Ramsey doesn't stop talking trash. Christian Wilkins, love him. Dirty player. He'll grab you nuts. Okay? Javon Holland, that dude likes to launch his head into people. You know, this is a team that has a lot of nasty dudes. Sealer it on up. He's a grizzly bear. I would hate playing this defense. Chubb and Jalen Phillips, it is scary. It's scary hours, Leroy.
It's amazing how people complained about Bradley Chubb. If you complain about Bradley Chubb, you don't understand how that works. Because so many teams were paying attention to Bradley Chubb, Jalen Phillips got off.
He did. That was you talk about the Mostert Wilson thing. That was a very noticeable turnaround on the D-line.
But a lot of people don't look at it like that. A lot of people just look at Bradley Chubb's numbers and go, "Oh, we traded a first rounder for, however many sacks."
I think that he was always like a grip away. He was always right there. He was almost there. He was always almost there. Remember that forced fumble? And they had that lucky ass bounce.
He didn't have what Thicky Six had.
Hey, you mean Defensive Player of the Month?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going to happen with him.
I don't know. You think he'll come back?
He might. He's been pumped up on Twitter.
I mean, why wouldn't he?
I think the NFL players have more fun on Twitter than any other league when it comes to this stuff.
Because there's more guys.
They're not shy about bashing. Like Donovan Mitchell.
Here's the other thing. In basketball, you probably going to cross paths with the guy you blasting on Twitter.
True.
Right? In football, you ain't never play him.
Yeah, well, it's not so much crossing the players like Donovan Mitchell, running to Twitter to say, I didn't say that about Jimmy.
Oh, my goodness. And that's, see?
Cowering spider. More like Peter Parker. Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, please don't defend me, Jimmy. Please don't lock me up again. Have some guts, Spider.
They're soft.
Oh, I just think it's the thing that I like about NFL Twitter, I like the players calling out their organizations. Like, it's my favorite. Everybody does it. It's great. Like Josh Jacobs is like sitting here. He's basically like, what are we doing? The Raiders. I like it. It's so great.
I mean, wait. Valid point. What are they doing?
AJ Brown's upset about Darius Slay leaving today on Twitter. Everything is just like they will running comment. Now it's always it's always got to be subtle. You got to have plausible deniability.
Yeah,
but they're good.
Me too, A-Rod. I really wanted Levante David, but I'm not mad at who they ended up with because he's a really good player. Also, he just gets banged up.
Dolphin Kane says, I don't know what's going on, but I agree with Tobin. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
He's in a work meeting.
Hold on. Let me explain something to you, Dolphin Kane. Under no circumstances do you blindly follow old Tobes into the foxhole.
It's a dangerous game.
It's a dangerous game. I blew a hammy following him in the foxhole. Come on.
I'm excited, dude. Like, how could you not be excited?
But again, like, your level of excitement is for this. Oh, the floodgates are open. Maybe we can get some of these other things.
That's right.
Most people are excited and have hope based on what the team has done. How can you not be excited about this team?
Okay, here's the thing, though. I am excited. I don't know when
You would never know what you're looking at the other girl walking down the street.
That's what I do, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
See,
I don't know what to tell you.
You just admitted to being an ingrate, but then if I call you an ingrate, you deny it.
Because I feel like ingrate's a strong word. I am grateful.
For what?
I am grateful.
Are you happy? Are you happy about,
of course,
where the team is?
Of course. What's not to be happy about? Fangs, Rams, Sealer, Wilkins. Who's not going to be happy about that? They had the number 6 offense last year.
Oh, by the way, I got your numbers. Dalvin Cook.
Yep.
264 attempts, 1,173 yards for a 4.4 yard average. Raheem Mostert was 181 carries for 891 yards, 4.92. And Jeff Wilson, 176 carries for 860 yards, 4.9.
That's good.
So if I gave you those numbers and I told you could have those two running backs for $5 million cheaper than Dalvin Cook, what decision are you making?
I totally understand the economic decision.
I didn't ask you that. These are the decisions
you did just ask me that.
Yeah, but I can tell by the way you're going. You're not just gonna pick. You're gonna go on this tangent. It's a simple question.
I just agreed with you. Why are you arguing with me? I totally get the decision financially. It doesn't mean that I still. Who's to say that if you had Dalvin Cook in a Mike McDaniel offense, he couldn't average 5+ a carry?
That's where you're going with that.
Who's to say?
That's where you're going with that. That's where you're going with that.
He owns that.
So
stadium.
you'd pay an extra $5 million a year, and you're going to probably have to give him a long-term contract.
Maybe.
For another 1/10 of a yard.
I mean, when you put it like that, like, you know.
I mean, that's what you basically said. Who's to say he's not going to carry? What? I mean, okay, I'm looking at his numbers. Are we saying he's a game changer, or is he a game changer?
He's a game changer, dude.
He ran for 1,100 yards.
What do you have in receptions?
39.
He was injured.
So my question to you is he a game changer at 1,100 yards and 4.4, or is he just solid running back?
Game changer, dude.
That's not a game changer.
I'm telling you.
He was a game changer in 2020.
Oh, that was a good year.
Was a good year.
Right.
Who's to say he can't? Who's to say he can't bring that back?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question, jackass. Let me ask you a question.
Yikes.
When have you ever said to a running back, let's bring back what you had a couple of years ago?
Is Mostert going to be 33?
Yeah, but he's splitting the carries.
Okay. I think he'll be fine. I think they'll be fine.
Right. So that's my point.
When you go to the water park, do you go on one slide or you try and go on all the rides? I like to make a splash, baby. You ever go on the fun rope?
Not enough of a splash for you, this team?
They have done a lot of splash, but what's one more?
That is the definition of an ingrate. You're never satisfied. That is the definition. This conversation we're having is the definition of ingrate.
I don't think it is.
Because after that one more, you're gonna want more.
If I see, here's what would be.
You're never gonna be happy.
Not true.
Because somebody else is gonna come available. You go, zero.
If the season
making
happens,
well noisy, you're gonna put on a hat and you're gonna say, "What's the problem? Come on, baby, let's get him."
What is the problem though? I don't understand what the problem is. What's the problem with wanting more? It worked out for Pac-Man. The video game, not Jones.
Ah, okay.
Keeps gobbling. Sometimes you're eating the dots, then you get the big one, the ghost turn blue.
Turn into an analogy.
How does that tie into what Delvin Cook?
Chris Greer is like Pac-Man, and he's going around eating dots, and then all of a sudden he gets to Jalen Ramsey, and the ghost turn blue. You know? Can he get there in time to get another big swing in? It's fine. You can still do good in the game, but you won't get the high score.
Wow.
Dude.
What about the cherry? They're like extra points, the fruit?
Those are extra points, yes. The extra.
That's
that's draft picks.
Can I just say this? Can I just say this?
We're missing out on a lot of those.
I didn't think I would say this.
Yep.
Man, I can't wait till you go on vacation. You need a break. You need a break. You need a break. What are you doing?
Remember on vacation, he still sends messages.
Yes, he still sends hot takes in.
That's definitely gonna happen.
But it's just you and the missus. You can't be. God.
You're gonna miss me.
Emma. I mean, I miss these mind-sucking, soul-searching conversations we're having here.
Take a break. Rats off a ship is next.
Yep.
Rats off a ship.
Time to get to our favorite Wednesday game, ladies and gentlemen. Rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
J-Fig's going to give us some topics. We'll tell you our Rats Live. Before that, though, I want to let you guys know that we are giving away a dual custom autograph jersey signed by Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy of our friends over at Sinbad Sports. For your chance to win, enter now at WQAM.com, and the autograph jersey could be yours. Sinbad Sports is having a huge live auction in Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday. Live bidding on autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art, and more than 200 items are going to be available this weekend. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. J-Fig.
They should send us a picture of the jersey. Sometimes when you can see it, you realize the what am I thinking of?
Authenticity?
No, not that. I tried to dabble in that, but I'm leaving that.
You backed off of that.
Okay,
it's like
the originality of
originality. Okay.
J-Fig, what do we have today for Rats Off a Ship?
All right, the Nuggets being in trouble. Michael Malone says Nuggets might have gotten soft after the 4th loss in a row.
Yeah, I mean, like the Nuggets do feel like they're in trouble. I'm not Rats Off a Ship. The things have gotten a little sideways for them. And you know what I like? I like the fact that Jokic is starting to get some of this James Harden treatment where they're doing the Twitter montages of him being a parking cone on defense.
Yeah, he's a little bit too big to be a parking cone.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about high time the Joker, who, by the way, blindside hits people with his and then brings his big brothers to games. Soft. I'm not Rats Off a Ship. What Michael Malone's saying.
Nice.
I'm not, because as the season goes on, there's certain things that people start taking advantage of, and that's one of those things. If you got a guy who can get a triple-double at any time, basically what you do is you make him play defense. And they're doing it, and he's refusing to do it. So he was only directing that at a couple of people. If your leader ain't playing defense, then chances are the rest of the guys on your team aren't going to hustle and play defense either. And that's what's happening. So he only has to get one guy on board.
You call that guy out, he might hit you when you're not looking, Michael. So be careful. J-Fig, what about you? You Rats Off a Ship on the Nuggets being in trouble?
No, I'm not Rats Off a Ship.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
don't know.
Straight to the point.
Something's happening there. I don't know. Celtics too. Some things happening at the end of the season run.
It's look, at some point, everybody has a third quarter. That stretch where teams just run over them.
That is what ESPN will probably do. They love to make excuses for the Celtics.
No, it happens. It's a reality.
Marcos?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm also not Rats Off a Ship. Let's look at their roster. Jokic, soft. Can't play defense. Jamal Murray, made of glass.
Wow.
Michael Porter Jr., made of glass. Unoriginal name also.
What?
His dad. Aaron Gordon.
Hey,
about that.
Hey, idiot! I'm a junior too.
I'm original. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, you wait till August comes around. I got something for you now.
It's true. Aaron Gordon still complaining about that dunk contest he lost, and the mascot's overpaid. That whole organization illegal.
Oh, that's true.
I don't like them.
What, don't they have the mascot that makes like $300,000?
So he just said they overpaid, dude.
Overpaid, dude.
Number 2, J-Fig.
Aaron Rodgers announcing next hour the Jets deal is done. He is appearing on Pat McAfee.
I was sure this was going to happen today, that he's going to announce that he's going to go to the Jets. But then this report comes out that maybe the Packers aren't exactly happy with the compensation, which is just hilarious. That if we're going to get into a stare down over the hippie QB. But ultimately, I'm not Rats Off a Ship. I think he is going to announce next hour that he's going to the Jets.
I am so far rats off a ship.
Wow.
That I may be drowning.
Wow.
I don't care.
Drowning.
I don't care. Because here's what's going to happen. Regardless of what happens, we're going to go through this next year. I'm tired of it.
That's not the question.
I'm rats off a ship.
Anything Aaron Rodgers is just rats off a ship?
Rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
All
Done.
Right.
Had enough.
J Fig, what about you? Oh, well, bless you.
So
Nice.
sorry about that.
Okay.
I was rats off a ship, but now after that whole little list he had yesterday, maybe thinking about it might not be off. Might not be off the ship.
What about you, Marcos?
I am rats off a ship.
Rats off a ship.
I think he's such a show pony and such a troll. He's gonna spend all of the Pat McAfee episode just like, hey, so what's up, guys? What's new? And not even address it.
I gotta tell you, if I was Pat McAfee, I'd hang up on him if that was the case. I'd hang up on a Zoom call and be like, "Are you kidding me, dude? After I let you sit on this show and talk about like the mole people and all your other wackadoo conspiracies, you can't even give me the news."
Yeah, I think he's capable. If anyone's capable, it's Aaron Rodgers.
What about number 3, J Fig?
Kyle Lowry having a big impact coming off the bench.
Listen, that's my guy. Low dog. And I gotta tell you,
Lowry. That's your guy.
I'm a liking what I'm a seeing when it comes to Kyle Lowry off the bench. Making a big impact, not rats off a ship. I think that Kyle Lowry off the bench might be the answer. He just got a little spark to him, spoke and limit the minutes. He's got a little he got a little oomph going to him, a little pep in his step, little glide in his stride. I'm telling you, I think this might be the answer. Got a good chemistry with Big Yurt when Big Yurt's out there with him. There's something about this Kyle Lowry coming off the bench. I think this might be a secret weapon that we may have stumbled upon, Leroy. Problem? You are rats off a ship. You don't believe in Kyle Lowry.
No, I'm not rats.
Rats off a
You
ship.
agree with me?
I'm not rats off a ship, but I don't agree with you.
Well, then I don't even know anymore. All right.
Because I'm not a phony that all of a sudden is talking about Kyle Lowry being a game changer.
I didn't say that. I
A
said big
secret
impact.
weapon or whatever he said.
I think it could be a sneaky weapon. I think so.
Now all of a sudden he's a weapon. Don't worry. Don't worry. If he goes 0 for 5 tonight, we'll be back.
So you don't think that he's going to be a secret weapon off the bench?
No, I think that what he does is bring some depth to the team.
Okay, so once again,
Don't say it.
fine.
Once again, what?
You agree with me?
Exactly.
I don't never agree with you.
J-Fig?
Even if we say the same thing, I don't agree with you.
You know what? I'm rats off a ship.
Wow.
Yeah.
Rats off a ship.
Yes, I am.
That's nice.
Marcos?
Rats off a ship.
I personally think he found his new role on the bench, and I am not rats off a ship. He will make an impact leading the second unit.
Interesting. What about number 4, J Fig?
Kamaru Usman beating
Ooh.
Leon Edwards in your trilogy fight this weekend.
Trilogy.
Oh man, this is a tough one.
Because you just talked to Leon Edwards, so it makes it tougher.
Look at me now.
If you didn't talk to Leon Edwards, you would think Usman was going to destroy him, correct?
Something about that, yeah.
Right. But now,
Because
you got a little bump in your chest.
But I've had
You got a little bump in your chest.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
and now
rats
you
off a
got
ship.
the feels.
I wouldn't be a
Leon
rat.
Edwards.
We've talked to Usman probably a half dozen times on this show. I wouldn't be rats off a ship on him like that.
We even talked to his kids. Remember when he was going to the airport? He has kids with him.
That was Zab Judah.
Zab Judah. Oh, all right. My bad.
-1.
Oh man.
Usman's gonna kill Leon Spain.
I'm not rats off a ship. I think Usman's gonna get his belt back.
Yeah, I'm not rats off a ship because he has basically dominated this guy for all but 15 seconds.
He has dominated.
And in those 15 seconds, he got kicked in the side of the head, which is unfortunate. But he's dominated him for what? 9 rounds?
It's a good argument by Kamaru Usman. It's just the other argument is you were staring up at the lights.
Wait, no. It was BAP! And you know they lean forward. Like, and then you never want to be in UFC and hear this. Oh! And that's what happened. So
props to John Anik on that call too, because John Anik was like, Leon is not cut from that club because DC and Joe Rogan were burying him. He goes, he don't got it. He's not gonna do nothing. This Leon Edwards. And John Anik's like, yeah, maybe something will happen. Bang!
So I think that he got lucky, but I will say this. Because he lasts so long against Usman, there's always that chance in that sport. So if Usman doesn't want to have to deal with the flying leg or the getting hit with a lucky, then finish him. And he hasn't been able to.
What about you, J. Faye? What do you feel with this?
So you guys are not rats off a ship?
Not rats off a ship.
Okay. I'm rats off a ship.
Wow.
Rats off a ship.
Look at me now.
The underdog.
He is an underdog.
Yeah.
Still plus 200, even though he head kicked him to hell.
There's always that chance, sir.
That's not that bad considering, right?
Considering
what every other person has been against Usman, 200 is like nothing.
Marcos?
I'm going with J Fig, man. She seemed confident.
Wow.
Rats off a ship.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that is Rats Off a Ship. We got to take a break. There is some news on a potential Dolphins target now off the board.
We're doing this again?
Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin&Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. Hey, Dave and Buster's month is back. Just in time for Hoops Tournament Hysteria. We've got your chance to win a $250 gift card from Dave and Buster's. Just go to WQM.com and enter on the contest page. If you win, you can go to Dave and Buster's with your gift card and have a party. All on us, Dave and Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports at Dave and Buster's in Hollywood. You guys can text the show at 305-567-0560. Text on the ticket are driven by Kendall Toyota and West Kendall Toyota. And, of course, you guys can watch us and get it on the chat on the YouTube page and Twitch page. Miami 560 WQAM is our channel there. Let's get to some headlines here. Brought to you by the new Palmetto Ford Truck Super Center. Why buy your truck at a car store? Palmetto Ford.
We know trucks.
We got some news on NFL free agency and what was a potential Dolphins target. It was doing a lot of flirtation with the Dolphins, but Ian Rapoport, he is reporting that Bills safety Jordan Poyer is expected to sign back in Buffalo.
Of course.
He reports that he checked out the market, but returned to Bills Mafia, which never wanted him. I mean, who gives a rat's ass? Jordan Poyer. Got Brandon Jones, dude. I mean, if you want old time and the guy out there desperately whining and crying, who could, they say this guy's the heart of the Bills defense, but like, how would you feel at the heart of your defense out there actively flirting with your enemy? Very unbecoming of Jordan Poyer, who's out.
They told him to do it.
Oh, I wish I was on a team that didn't, with no state tax, and I love Tua. It's my golf buddy. All right, well, good. Hey, enjoy that golf in Buffalo, Jordan. Have a great time, dude. Not going to be golfing during any game weeks, I'll tell you that much. Maybe in September. Maybe.
Oh, there? Yeah.
That ain't happening.
Whew, it was tough up north. If you like the golf, that temperature, you get the end of September, maybe the middle of October.
Did Cleveland just always look like a Scotland links course?
I mean, you know what? When football started was like the best weather for golf because it was like that fall, that kind of right when the fall kicks in, the weather's really nice. And so, yeah, but when it turned, you just knew. Just put your clubs away, buddy. See you. I told you to tell my clubs. I go, I see you in Florida after the season.
Jordan Poyer. I can't believe we even. He's lucky we even entertained the idea of having him in here. You're not that guy, pal. Thinking you could get into this secondary. You're not that guy.
Tua golf's right-handed.
Oh, does he? He does everything right-handed except for throw, right? It's kind of weird.
It's I know a lot of people like that. My buddy Keith Byers, he golfs right-handed, but he's left-handed. The only person that does it backwards, Phil.
Very weird.
Phil golfs left-handed, but he's right-handed.
That's like, so it's like he's like the Tua version of quarterback.
No.
I mean, nobody wants to be compared to Phil, I understand, but it's exactly what Tua does, except for
what's amazing about that? That all these golfers made a big deal about these guys going to live. And at every press conference, you know what they say? If it wasn't for live, we wouldn't have these big old tournaments we're playing for right now.
Apparently nobody's watching us on Apparently nobody's watching us on YouTube right now because everybody's watching Pat McAfee. I'm seeing that he's up to like over 300,000 live viewers right now. Everybody tuned into this Aaron Rodgers decision.
Well, so you jackass, if you wouldn't know unless you did too. How about doing your own show?
I'm seeing it on Twitter. I'm not on him live right now.
Okay.
People are just talking about, like I see our guy Air 305. He goes, "We're all frauds." Because we're all interested in what he has to say.
I'm not. I'm really not.
I know you hate Aaron Rodgers. I love it. I love the fact that you have a guy.
I don't hate Aaron Rodgers. See, like people. Here's what I hate about where we are as a society. if I don't like something that you do, doesn't mean I don't like you. And people take that as, oh, you're a hater. You just don't like him. That's just a way to hide behind the crap that you've done.
Do you like him?
Yeah, he's fine. He's one of the best quarterbacks ever play. Of course I do.
What a disappointment.
How can it not be?
A little underwhelming, right?
Wait a minute. Up until this point, everybody has said after every season, Aaron Rodgers is a fraud. He's only won one championship with all that talent. He's only won one is a joke. But I'm not the only one saying this.
I'm not saying you are, dude. I'm not saying
And
a lot.
For the whole league to stop. For the whole league to stop. To wait for a decision from a guy that has won Super Bowl.
Tell him, dude. Will we do this for Joe Flacco?
I'm out. I'm not taking away his greatness. I'm not taking but I'm not going to sit on the edge of my seat and wait for him to make a decision. Because guess what I can say? I can say this. The percentages are that if he goes to the Jets, they ain't going to win a Super Bowl. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but I'm just playing it out.
The Dolphins have just tweeted out a picture of Raheem Mostert signing his contract. Yeah, Goosey's good for him, dude.
I'll take that 4.9 yard average. You'd rather have the 4.4 because it sounds better, right?
I mean, honestly, the way you're talking about Aaron Rodgers is kind of like how I was talking about the offseason. It's kind of the same thing.
No, it's not.
No, it is in a lot of ways because Aaron Rodgers has had a really
instead of accepting what you say, instead of you trying to drag me into your little silly sauce world by saying, "See, you agree with me." Samesies.
I'm not saying you agree with me. I mean, I do agree with you on Aaron Rodgers. I'm not saying you agree with me. I'm just saying your opinion on Aaron Rodgers is a lot like my opinion on the offseason.
Except the Dolphins signed one of the biggest gets in the offseason. Okay, I get the biggest get in the offseason is Aaron Rodgers, right? But any other team bring in anybody as good as Jalen Ramsey?
No, I don't think so. Changing hands.
Okay. So, yeah, no, no.
Maybe the Bears getting DJ Moore. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. But and 2 first rounders.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but is he going now? Are we gonna put DJ Moore in the same class of the Dolphins getting Tyreek or the Bills getting Diggs?
It's similar, dude. His numbers are pretty freaking impressive.
Okay, I got you. I was just asking. I didn't want to just jump out there without really knowing. Like, I made my assumption of the day, and I was right.
Always impressed by when guys can put up big numbers with bums.
Oh my goodness.
Other headline,
man.
What's that?
We're 9 minutes into the show. He still hasn't announced it yet.
Oh, he's not going to say
anything.
And
J-Fig is giving us the play-by-play, which is even worse because she's not even paying attention to her own show. He said,
I'm listening to both.
Is this the first time he's talked about the darkness retreat?
Literally just now.
Last week.
From what I was able to see.
I had clarity in mind, and it was
you know what? You know who he sounds like? You have him sound like old boy that went power walking to get rid of racism.
Liam Neeson?
Yeah.
Robin.
I tell you what I did.
He's explaining exactly what happened during the darkness retreat.
Who cares?
I hope nothing.
No one on that chat cares.
Hey, Rod, ain't nobody listening to that show to hear how your darkness retreat was. And as soon as you make the announcement, it's gonna go from 300,000 to 12.
That's right.
So you can stretch it out as long as you want, like LeBron did with Jim Gray, right? You can stretch it out.
LeBron, you're a nail biter? Yeah, that's right, Jim. I've bit my nails for a long time. Get to it.
Right. That's all. Wait. So, where's Vlad? Where's Vlad? Because, like,
he's in the chat. I'm positive he's in the chat for sure. Wherever, I think him and Schmeeth and Schmolnick are in the Pat McAfee chat trying to hurry him up.
A quote from Aaron Rodgers. He says, "The darkness gave me a lot of time to contemplate everything. Great reset for me. Maybe a little longer than I needed. By the fourth day, I was ready to come out of there." Like 4 days in complete darkness. 4 days.
You know what? I'm gonna call BS.
He said he was waiting for 6 o'clock for that door handle to go up, and he was like, "Yes, I could eat already."
I'm looking at this like this has the sound of a JJ Watt situation, right? Where he said, "Oh, I went and stayed in the woods," and you see his woods is a 7,000 square foot house, log cabin with an elevator. Darkness.
Keon Crossan, he has said, "Bringing the dogs back. Love it, Greer." So he likes the running it back. That's great.
Yeah. I mean, like, wait, you had two backs that average 4.9 yards a carry. What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with
it. What's better than 4.9 yards a carry?
I don't know, 5?
Who's going to get you 5?
I don't know.
Maybe
whoever
I'm saying. Like, yeah. If you thought that Dalvin Cook was better than 2 running backs, I'm not going to even dispute it. But you have to give me a substantial difference in what they did last year. And I don't think there's any other running back in the league that can do that when you have 2 backs that average almost 5 yards a carry. That's what I'm saying. And what it will cost you. Somebody said, hurry up already. You know he's not making that announcement on the Pat McAfee show, right? I'm sorry. You guys,
is he even allowed to announce it? Like, that's the funny thing. It's a trade. Like, do they bring in the Jet?
He can.
GM?
He can.
He
but
can.
Here's the problem.
He can say, "I want to go to the Jets."
Yeah. Here's what the problem is.
I've been traded to the Jets, everyone.
Here's the problem. It has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. The Green Bay Packers and the Jets have to agree on something. So before any of this takes place, there has to be something in place before anybody says Aaron Rodgers was traded to the Jets. And that hasn't happened yet. So, with all that being said, until you hear what the terms are, Aaron Rodgers announcing he's going to the Jets means nothing. Because the Jets and the Packers have to agree on something, have to agree on a trade. And guess what? With the way things are going, you think Aaron Rodgers is going for a first round?
Apparently, Aaron Rodgers has just told Pat McAfee, I'm getting this from Adam Beasley's Twitter, "This isn't a decision day. This isn't me announcing to the world what's going on." And Pat McAfee's like, "Damn.
Wow." So I was right.
He can't. There's too many things that Aaron Rodgers has nothing to do with.
Damage is done.
Dead to me.
But you guys understand that, right?
I'll be retired now.
Because guess what? Why would you give a bunch of first-round picks for Aaron Rodgers? You wouldn't. This has got the makings of the same trade that happened with Jalen Ramsey.
Hold on a second. J-Fig, can you clarify what you're saying? He said that it's already happened. So as the trade happened, he hasn't made the decision?
I think what I heard, because obviously I'm listening to both streams, he said something that, so after that quote that you just read, he said that it kind of already happened. I'm guessing like the talk and the decision was already made. I'm not really sure, but he hasn't mentioned anything yet. When you said, "Oh, I hope he retires," someone literally just said, "Oh, clip it, he's retiring."
No, but what I'm saying, but before, think about this. I'll make you the Jets. And you're just witnessing all of this ridiculousness with Aaron Rodgers. You ain't giving up a bunch of first-round picks for him. You know what the trade is? I'm taking away that $50 million off of your hands.
I don't think it's going to be multiple first-round picks, dude.
I think it's going to be a first-rounder.
Aaron Rodgers, this isn't me announcing to the world what's going on. We're days past this. This is clearing things up. God, I hate him. I can't wait to root against him twice a year.
I told you what the clearing up is. It ain't got nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers could go to the Jets and say, okay, make the deal. I'll go to the Jets. But the problem is that the Jets and the Packers have to agree on something. And you know the Packers going to try to get a whole bunch of first rounders for a guy that we're going to have the same conversation next year. Is Aaron Rodgers playing? Oh, he's on darkness retreat. Is he playing? Is he not playing? Is he going to pick up the option? Is he going to do this? Enough!
How frustrated do you think Vladimir is?
You don't get an opinion on this.
Who?
Okay. You.
Why?
J-Fig, Marcos. Does Leroy hate Aaron Rodgers? Can he just admit it? He hates him, right? He hates him.
He hates him as much as you hate Chris Sims. He hates him.
No.
Maybe he just really strongly dislikes.
I don't even dislike him.
You're tired of his act.
There's a couple of situations in the last couple of years that's really annoyed me by a guy who's supposed to be who is one of the best to ever play his position. And that is, one, last year, you can't complain about the circumstances of your team when your ass didn't do no offseason program with anybody. The quarterback, the leader of the team. Okay? And two, we're going through this. And I'm like, wait a minute. I get the Jets wanting to anybody other than Zach Wilson, but he's won one championship. He's won one championship 12 years ago.
Leroy, you're doing the no offense thing. You're like, they're stupid.
Here's
the
the facts about Aaron Rodgers. He is one of the best quarterbacks to ever play.
You said that already. I understand. Right. I understand your point. Nobody on this show is claiming you disrespect Aaron Rodgers' resume.
Right.
What we're saying is you hate his ass. Like you are just tired of his act.
But that's different than hating him.
Okay.
Tired of his act is different than
all right. Shing shing, semantic samurai. Like same. What? Oh, J-Fig?
He is signing with the Golden State Warriors.
Oh, you are.
Oh my God.
It's like Washington. He never saw it coming.
-1 for lying.
Take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQAM. As we take you up until 2 o'clock, I want to let you guys know we're giving away another dual custom number jersey from Mark Duper and Mark Clayton, courtesy of our friends at Sinbad Sports. For your chance to win, enter at WQAM.com for the autographed jersey, and it could be yours. All right, Sinbad Sports is also having a live auction in Pembroke Gardens this Friday and Saturday, live bidding on autographs, frames, memorabilia, jewelry, watches, art, and more than 200 items. For more details, go to sinbadsports.com. We were going to get to a mixed bag, but we do have some news on the Aaron Rodgers front. He has told Pat McAfee that his intention is to play for the New York Jets. That he has made that clear since Friday, but they have to still work out the deal. The deal is not not worked out the compensation, and
he actually. See, here's the problem. The people that are in the worst spot is Green Bay.
Yeah. But I don't think he cares.
No, I know he doesn't care, but that means that what are the Jets going to do? The Jets ain't going to give away the farm when they already know that he wants to play there.
That's right.
So, yeah, this has the same making of the Jalen Ramsey trade. And the trade is eating at $50 million.
Yeah, he apparently said in the interview that he was This is such an annoying quote. I was 90% retired when I walked into the darkness.
And you saw the light and decided to come back. Yeah,
90%.
Go ahead.
90% retired when I walked into the darkness.
I'm done. I'm done.
Just say you hate him.
I don't hate him.
Come on, just say it. You feel good.
Leroy, you hate him. No one.
You hate him.
Say it.
Come on.
Listen,
you hate Aaron Rodgers.
When I don't like somebody.
Plays for the Jets now.
No, when I don't like somebody, I don't have a problem saying it. I don't.
Except for Aaron Rodgers.
No, I don't have a problem. If I didn't like Aaron Rodgers, I would say so.
How many times have you discount double checked in your life?
Minus
he also
just because.
-1.
He also
he don't discount double check no more.
He also apparently said nobody bleeds green and gold more than me. Well, I mean, not anymore.
It seemed like you got a Band-Aid and some stitches and you gone.
Sounds like sounds like you got a tourniquet. Sounds like you're ready to bleed green and white.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I don't understand. Let's go. Let's get to this trade already.
It has nothing to here. I'm going to say this one more time. At this current moment, this trade has nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. This has to do with the Jets organization and the Packers organization.
Yeah, the Packers aren't in a good spot, though, Leroy.
They're not, right? I know.
They're on the hook. They gave him that extension last year. They knew this was going to. See, here's the thing. They knew this was going to happen.
Yes! Everybody knew that next year we're going to have these same problems. Just like the Jets.
Yeah, but
next year we're going to have these same conversations.
Okay, but the Jets, at least it's like, all right, the Jets, you're desperate for a quarterback. You're like the Denver Broncos with Russ. Like, you needed a quarterback. Yeah. We had these guys. Like, the Packers have had this guy now for almost 20 years. Like, you knew what his act was, and you still bowed to him and gave him the money. And so now he's going on this platform. You had 500,000 viewers live on this, and they're saying, like, let's get it done. I've been wanting to be a Jet now for 5 days, and they haven't budged yet. And they don't really have a lot of leverage.
No, none. Because if I'm the Jets, I'll wait. You know why?
Darkness.
Because forget the Aaron Rodgers part of it. The Packers don't want to be stuck with $58 million. That's the bigger issue. Like, if they free up that $58 million, they can go and make some moves. And within a week, Aaron Rodgers is going to say, that's what I wanted him to do when I was there. Watch. It's coming. You heard the next month's conversation and controversy I just put out there.
Aaron Rodgers said, quote, I effing love that city, referring to Green Bay. They want to move on, and so do I.
That doesn't sound like love.
Yeah, he says he loves the city.
I'm going to just say that. Does that sound like love?
Doesn't sound like
love.
I love
my wife, but we getting a divorce.
We're gonna be amicably separating, right?
Again, if you love your wife, that means y'all not getting divorced.
So
right?
we got Tua versus Aaron Rodgers, both games on primetime this year.
I think between Josh Allen, Tua, and Aaron Rodgers, I think all those games are going to be must-see TV.
Man. And then they got that bum Mac Jones. You don't want him.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
When Aaron Rodgers ends up a Jet,
yep.
Does Josh Allen lose his title?
I don't think so. I think nationally what are you at? Are you asking my opinion or are you asking
just in general?
I think nationally the opinion is still going to be that's the Bills division.
Nationally, I'm saying when they go, because here's what's going to happen. As soon as Aaron Rodgers signs, they're going to say, list the quarterbacks in the AFC East, right?
Yep.
Does Aaron Rodgers surpass Josh Allen?
I think Josh Allen gets his ass kissed too much for them to just be rats off a ship and pick Aaron Rodgers. Maybe you think that they're going to be a better team because they have a sick defense, which I agree. I think that they are going to be a tough team.
No, I'm just saying, they always forget the team. We talking about quarterback.
Dude, I mean, don't forget how many primetime Broncos games we were left with last year because of how good people thought Russell Wilson was going to be.
Right. But again, I'm just saying the way people have talked about Aaron Rodgers over the years and some of the things that he's done on the field, he goes to the Jets. That surpasses what Josh Allen has done.
There's going to be plenty of people who pick the Dolphins to finish third place in this division and say that they have a quarterback who can't last the season. That is going to be the national narrative that's around there.
So?
Which is, no, you just asked, well, what do you mean so? You just asked my opinion on this.
No, I know. No, I'm saying so, I think a lot of times, we have a better barometer of what's going on with this team than the people on the outside talking, yet we always seem to comment about what other people say, that the crap is just not accurate.
Oh, I understand, but you asked me what my opinion was going to be. Like, what are they going to be saying
So
nationally?
you think, this is typical. I asked you about two quarterbacks.
Yep.
And you say they'll probably trash Tua.
They are going to trash Tua. Like, like backhanded compliment because everybody's sitting here, oh, the Dolphins are all in. The Dolphins are all in. And now Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen are in the same division, and they're going to pick the Dolphins to finish third because people nationally aren't going to believe in Tua.
I tell you one thing we can agree on. Mac Jones is fourth.
Bum. All right, we'll take a quick break, wrap things up on the other side. Back after this. back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on 560 WQM. Miami Heat back in action tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies.
Are you boots on the ground?
I'm not boots on the ground. I got, sick kids and all that stuff. So, I gotta take a son to BJJ tonight because the daughter's sick, so he can't wait and watch. So no, I got parenting stuff to do tonight, dude. I wish I was. I was planning to be, but is what it is. Life happens. I'm still gonna be watching. Bet your ass. So I have two cheeks on the couch. I don't got boots on the ground, but I got cheeks on the couch, dude.
What time is judo?
6:15.
You gonna miss the start.
No, it's done by 7. I get here at 7:15. I'll be fine. And when they say 7:30, it's really like 7:45.
I hate that.
It's a trick.
They do that.
The only buddy who has a real 7:30 is when it's on TNT. They'll be like 7:30
because they do all their stuff from 7 to 7:30.
Yep. So coverage on on WQAM begins at 6:15 with preheat. Cody Zeller out with a nose injury. Tough. Kyle Lowry questionable with.
Come on, can we put the face thing on?
What? I don't know. I don't know if he has to get fitted for it or what. I don't know what
Can
the
I
deal
just
is.
tell you, not for nothing, that is one of the most painful things, dude.
Did you ever break your nose?
Yeah. God,
Okay.
yes. I got the mush.
Don't
when
even
you
know
fall
why
on
I
your
asked.
face and your face mask does that
That happens
all the time.
Why didn't you have a face mask as big as your shoulder pads?
Doesn't matter. It's still only this far away from your face. I've broken my nose and I split my lip from here.
I know that
to
one.
here.
You mentioned that one.
Same face mask.
JFig, did he really tell Diana Rossini to lose his number?
Yep.
They don't care. Reporters do not care. They'll call you every day.
He said, Diana Rossini, lose my
He
number.
also don't care.
He said the tweet about him having a list for players is ridiculous. He has no demands.
Yeah. And then proceeded to be like, but who wouldn't want Odell?
Well, then I don't believe him.
I would say this. I'm done. I've had enough.
Just admittedly,
I'll see number 12 when they play the Dolphins.
Did he tell it to Diana Rossini, or did he tell it to Adam Schefter? Because Adam Schefter just tweeted out a picture from Aaron that says, "Lose my number. Good try, though."
Yikes!
This is become a very sassy thing that's going on right now with the last hour.
Interview is
well.
Is it still? By the way, is he still going, JFig?
It's still. Yep.
Oh,
I turned it off already.
Enough already.
Yeah.
Oh! Now you're.
Oh, listen,
tired of
I
it.
have been tired. I hate his ass.
Really?
Well, I'll say
I don't
it.
hate him.
I hate his ass.
Like,
I
you
hate
can
him.
hear.
And now that he's on the Jets, he can go to hell.
You can really dislike something somebody does. It doesn't mean you hate them.
All right.
Why do we think that anything you say that is a knock on somebody means you hate them? No, that's not the case.
Whatever you say, football Dalai Lama. Just say you hate him. I know how you really feel.
No, if I hated him, I would say it.
He's
Daddy loves you guys.
Peace.
But I don't.
That's the true king of the East.
What?
The king of the East.
Daddy loves you guys.
I don't even care if he doesn't have a tight end right now. We got Tanner Connor, dude.
All we need right now is for Aaron Rodgers to be sitting on the jet at the stadium with crisscross applesauce and going, so everybody could see what
I
kind
just
of kook
love
he
how
is.
this is.
That's so great. Lose my number. Nice try, though. You know that's gonna become a meme. Now everyone's going to be tweeting that out all the time.
Yep.
We could just do one for Donovan Mitchell for Jimmy Butler.
Like, see what you do. Like, that man did not say he
We're
didn't
just
like.
having fun. We're just having fun, baby. Hey, you want to come to the Heat? Lose my number, Jimmy. Nice try, though. I heard you're mean. Oh, I heard you're too mean. I don't want to come play with you.
Hold on. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
I would argue that some of the toughest basketball players are the short point guards.
Okay.
So why would Donovan Mitchell ever get his feelings hurt or something along those lines? Or say to somebody, they're mean.
I don't know. You'll have to ask him, dude.
All right.
Lose my number, though. Nice try. I entered the darkness and I thought
He
I would
went on for so long just talking about that.
I licked the toad and it showed me planes in the sky, Patrick. May I call you Patrick?
I think he's calling Pat McAfee Patrick.
Yeah, I think he is.
It's crazy. He went in this darkness retreat and came out sassy. I didn't expect that.
Oh no.
Planes flying demands. Why is Schefter texting me? Hey! I'm in the darkness retreat right now.
You don't have your phone.
Is he married yet? No.
Pat, who? Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah.
Nah, he's had a bunch of famous honeys. He always dumps them.
All right.
Famous honeys.
Yeah. It was with Danica Patrick, Olivia Munn, that lady from that show. I don't know. What's her name? She was a witch.
Sabrina.
Who was that last one that he was with?
Did you say Sabrina?
Sabrina the teen witch, you jackass?
Oh, no. It's a different Sabrina. You don't know this.
Man, that's so great.
Oh, look, he has a girlfriend right now, Mallory Edens.
Oh, that's right. He's dating the Bucks owner.
Yeah,
Bucks owner's daughter.
Is he?
Yeah. I guess he's gonna swap that out for like.
Wait. So I'm surprised that in your efforts to figure things out, that you didn't have him going to Tampa.
Why? No, the Milwaukee Bucks, you jackass.
Yikes.
-1.
There comes a time in life when you got to just take the zero.
He was also with Shailene Woodley.
That's the one. Yeah. I don't know. She's famous, but I don't know.
No, not Hunger Games. It's
Oh no, we're doing this again.
Is she Pretty Little Liars?
No.
Whatever. You know, we're
Divergent series. That's what it is.
They all. Oh,
Yeah.
she's Big Little Lies.
Big Little
Big
Lies.
Little Lies.
There you go. There you go.
Divergent, Allegiant, Insurgent. Man, she does a lot of this.
Oh,
Well,
she's
that's like
she
a
was the-
trilogy, sir.
She was the star of the blonde chick. The one that was the star of the
series.
I've seen all those movies.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So when was she Sabrina?
She was never Sabrina.
Okay.
Schmeathan says Aaron Rodgers is married to the earth.
He also says Tobin is puffy
I would like
little
to
liar.
mush his face in it, so he can be one with the earth.
I was 90%, but then the darkness spoke to me, Pat. And I said, shh, what's that? Is that Sauce Gardner burning a cheese head?
Oh, I saw that. That's good recruiting.
All this fuss and muss to finish in third place, huh? Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck to him, though.
Yeah. Have fun. Anyone not looking forward to Jets fans? Jesus.
I'm looking forward to the brashness, Marcos, just to enjoy the fall. The fall will be great.
Of course.
Because you know the hype train is going to be going when the season starts, right?
This is the real A-Rods. I hated the other A-Rod. He was a bum. Never showed up in the playoffs except that one time, which is kind of like Aaron Rodgers. But he's the real A-Rod. We got that going. I'll hang up and listen.
It's a New York Knicks special.
That's what's going on right now, dude. By the way, did you see their center, Mitchell Robinson, came out and he said, I'm tired of just getting cardio because they never pass him the ball.
Who said this?
Their center, Mitchell Robinson. He tweeted, he posted on Instagram yesterday. He goes, tired of these basketball games where I'm just getting in cardio. I want to play basketball.
It's true.
Yeah, Julius Randle does like to shoot the ball, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh my
That
goodness.
dude takes some shots. All right, everybody. That's our show for today. I have to go into the darkness. I'm 90% sure we're going to have a show tomorrow.
Gosh, good percentages.
The stuff that we do is very hard. And when it doesn't go exactly well, you keep coming. And when it gets harder, you just keep coming, and eventually it'll pop.
Chaz Jism. Jesus Christ.
Attaboy.
When was the last time you ate a froyo and say, yeah, this is going to help me drop a couple?
Every time. In fact, he's already changed his name to Raremy Tunsil because he's ready to move to the right side.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
Great.